Gotta start spreading the word that we're alive. Spreading the word that we're alive. There we go.
Open up Facebook on fucking Firefox. If I open Chrome, it'll tank my whole computer.
Good old Chrome.
So much honey just settled in the bottom of my... What? Facebook, not BCA hospitals. Come on.
Okay. And go there too, because why not? I'm gonna do this here. And here. And here. So many places to throw up the promotion. And not there, there, or there. Okay, got it. All right. Alrighty. Welcome back to Roll Call. And before we get into the recap, like always, let's start off with get some dice. Let's start off with some character introductions. So today, starting with Zubrick. Dylan, would you like to go first?
I'm Dylan. I'm playing Zubrick. He is a hobgoblin conjuration wizard who is also an anthropologist. He just saved everyone's life, so they owe him a debt of gratitude and allegiance. I'm looking at all of you except for Tingle. Yeah, currently he's pretty impressed with Amos being able to take a bunch of hits, and Val able to shoot people through a small window. Not so much Emilio, because he had to save Emilio, but yeah, and our little cleric can heal people, and that's good. He likes being healed.
Alright. Who are you going to call out next, Dylan?
I'll probably go for probably the coolest guy on the team, Tingle.
Alright. Go ahead.
Alrighty, well, Tingle Rumbletron is a gnomish artificer armor, and he is pretty darn excited because he just proved himself to the entire party by wiping out 2 of those scarecrow things. And now that he's done that, they all will owe him a life debt. And, he's probably gonna cash in on that sooner or later.
All will owe him a life that. All of everyone, huh?
Pretty much.
Okay. Then we who are you gonna call out next? Who's next?
Well, since I messed with his beard last time, I'm gonna call out on Bloodbeard.
All right, I am playing Amos Bloodbeard Orst, everybody's favorite alcoholic PTSD pirate. He is a tiefling. He is also a fun mix of fighter and rogue. What direction is he going? You guys will probably find out whenever we level up. He is he's honestly doing fine. He probably could have taken most of the scarecrows on his own, minus the one that scared him. That was spooky. But yeah, he just scrapped, threw down. The rest of the team, well, most of the rest of the team really kind of threw in. A little worried, I guess, about Clover's ability to survive, but other than that, I feel like he's rolling in some pretty good company right now. I am going to pick the player of his arch nemesis, Toby.
I am playing Emilio. I have noticed that my sheet is very fucked up because my initiative order is 1.12. So I'm fixing that.
That's correct.
No, that's
No, that's
it's
right.
a tiebreaker.
Yeah, the 1.12 is a tiebreaker that I added to everyone. It's dependent on your
Okay.
dexterity score,
All right.
so don't worry.
Would have been helpful if you told me. I play Amelia. He is a Shadar-kai drow Circle of the Stars druid. He would be very ecstatic to be in a life debt to Zubrik. And I don't remember what anybody else said. Yeah, he hates Amos because he cost him a lot of money. Because Amos doesn't know how to take a suggestion as a suggestion and not a prediction. And yeah, he thinks Valsira is hot, so let's throw it to her.
Well, thanks. I'm Gia. I'm playing Valsira. She is a tiefling with sort of light purple skin, dark hair, dark black hair, curly hair. Sorry, I had this down with Victor, and I'm like, who is this person?
It's someone new.
Someone new. She is a monster slayer ranger. And her preferred title is the Wanderer. That's all I'll say for now.
Okay. You might want to speak up a little bit. You're fading there. Let me just adjust the volume on my end. All right. And
Oh, who hasn't gone?
Pick me!
That's
Pick
what
me!
I thought. All right, Tristan.
I'm Tristan. I'm playing Clover. They are a halfling from the Lost Loden village. A little bulkier than a typical halfling. They have tan skin, couple freckles, mid-length red hair, green eyes, thick eyebrows, and adorns a lot of nature within their attire. And they are going to be very suspicious of every scarecrow from here on out.
Aw, a negative lesson for Clover.
all right. And I am Parky Park. I'll be your dungeon master for today and for this campaign. And let's jump into the recap. Tristan, I believe
Hey.
you have the recap.
Clover's Diary.
Clover's
Oh,
Diary.
yeah.
Entry number 1.
Entry number 1 might be a little rough compared to the other ones. Last couple days have been really fun. I met a lot of cool people. Like, I met the Wanderer a while ago, but she's cool. But then there's Bloodbeard. Oh, he's really cool. He has like this really big beard, and he always drinks and like he throws the bottle away, and then he gets a new one. It's amazing. Then there's Emilio. They have cards, and he could read your future. It's pretty cool. I really want to get more done. Then there's Tingle, who's in this like metal outfit, and I don't know how I feel about him. He's, I don't know, kind of too bulky, too much metal for me. Then there's Zubrik. I don't know much about him, but he has this beetle that I really want to see. Anyway, we've been on the road for a couple days, and the other night we decided to stay at Threehold, where just for the night because it was gonna rain, and our other guard buddies, Greg and Steve, they were bickering about cheating or whatever. I don't know what they're playing. Anyway, went to bed, and as we woke up and went to go leave, we noticed that Greg never came back. So we decided to look at his room, and I don't want to talk about what I saw there. It was a little too gruesome for my liking. And then the sheriff of the town started questioning us about if we did this to him. None of us did that. That's not what we do. It's so unlike us. At least me and the Wanderer. And then they put us out. They put us in town arrest. Couldn't leave the town for a while. So we decided to take this into our own hands and investigate. And one thing we noticed was someone broke in. Decided to follow the tracks, but Emilio and Zubrik decided to ask the sheriff some questions. we decided to follow the tracks, and we came across this farm, and all the crops are destroyed. There's a couple scarecrows. I decided to tend on the crops because I didn't want them to go to waste, while the others went to go inside and see what was going on in the farm. I don't know what happened in there, but the scarecrows moved. They started attacking me. One by one, we started firing arrows, hitting them, and they slowly went down. Zubrick and Emilio came at the very end to save us, thank God. Yeah, hopefully we can clear Steve's name to make sure that he's not gonna get, trapped in jail forever. It's not his fault. These scarecrows. And that's where I'll end the diary.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Okay. So, you have just defeated 3 scarecrows outside of a small individual farm. And in the farm, you guys found a decaying body in the middle of its decomposition. You also would have seen a ton of flies and bugs in that room, making it harder to make any details of who it actually is dead, other than probably the resident. Either way, I believe Valsira's still in the house. Everyone else is outside. Take it away.
Emilio's gonna run up to Zuber and he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, are you okay? You saved me!" And then he's gonna cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Zubrick turns his head back and looks at Emilio and just immediately walks up to Tingle. Tingle, are you alright?
Rude.
So
They
rude.
didn't even get me. What about you?
They hit me pretty hard, but whatever. It's fine.
Oh,
Like
Everyone
some
else
Target
alright?
shirts?
wait, sorry.
No, no,
your
no,
your
no.
voice, I think. Do you have noise suppression on Discord up?
I do. Let me
Turn that
let me
off.
Turn it down.
Because I think that's it's recognizing your voice as background noise when you do that voice.
Okay.
Oh.
Voice.
Okay.
Pete, am I able to see the map again? Do you have it?
No, I actually adjusted it, so
Oh, okay.
I don't have it anymore. I'm sorry. Why?
How's this working for my voice?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, Zubrick, maybe next time we're, somewhere with good cloth, we should try and get some targets they can wear instead of, going after you.
That could work. What happened here?
Well,
I was just tending the crops, and these scarecrows just came to life. Has anyone seen that before? I don't like it.
I have seen some funny things in the high seas, but I have never seen things like that.
I wonder what kind of mechanism lets them move like that. I didn't see any, winches or anything
God
else.
damn it! God damn it! It literally sounds like.
Like adults and peanuts.
God dang it.
Yeah.
Here, let me just. Let's see. I'm gonna try and.
A voice so
Zubrick.
perfect. God could not let it come out.
I think your friend Tingle might have the voice modulator a little messed up in his suit there. Did you get bonked
Okay.
on the head there, lad? Ah, there we
What?
go.
Well, I hope it's coming through now. I had to recalibrate a thing in my armor.
You sound fine.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna go check out that dead scarecrow thing, because I need to know how it's having motivation notes on its limbs.
I will help him out.
Okay.
You can continue that line, but I just want to point out that I was still in the house, and that's where I've been shooting, and I want to remain in the house because I want to look at that body. But you can
Okay.
continue
By the way,
with Zubrick.
you did fire off 3 bolts. I just want to. I already kept track
And
of that.
then they magically came back to me.
No, they did not. You still are missing 3 bolts.
Well, can I go pick them up later?
Yes, you can. Just
Can we say
remember.
that I did that?
Sure. Fine. Next time I won't be reminding you. I just wanted to remind you this one time, and that's it. If you forget it, you forget it. Don't add to your ammunition without buying.
Guess I won't pretend to be your girlfriend anymore. Everyone else can joke about it, and I joke about it, and you get upset.
No, it's fine. I'm still smiling, so it's okay.
Okay,
I'm
fair.
crying on the inside, but I'm smiling on the outside.
You're like the meme with like the mask.
Yeah.
All right, so Zubrik and Tingle, you guys both approach one of the scarecrows that the main stem of it definitely broke over. It seemed like the bottom part of the stem almost like split in two and was helping it allow to like walk in place. Yeah.
Did I search the scarecrows for eyes, tongues, and/or fingernails?
Oh, for possible like,
Body parts?
Yeah. Okay. Give me a investigation check from
Here, I
Zubrik.
can help you out, Zubrik.
Okay.
And Tingle's gonna cast guidance on
Are you
Zubrik.
gonna
and
do
a
guidance or just gonna help?
He's
You
gonna
can do
cast
both.
guidance
Can you do
and
both?
help because it's a concentration spell and that's it.
Okay, fine. That's
He can
fine.
hold it for a minute.
Sure.
Cool.
Okay, so
Investigation. Roll
guidance.
that d4.
1.
All right, 20.
20. Okay, actually, that's what you needed to find this thing. So wow,
Damn.
off to a great start today. All right. So, as you are digging around the what's called hay that might have once filled the scarecrow, it's kind of rotted and gross, and most farmers, would keep it in better condition. Not only that, a lot of it has kind of fallen out and dispersed itself, but some of the clumps left in there, especially around the head, it's still kind of held in place. You realize most of its body and frame, like the arms and stuff, destroyed from your attacks. But as you kind of dig through the head, you notice one thing, and it's odd because you said you were specifically looking for eyes, mostly because
And a tongue.
and a tongue, because the creature that the person that died was missing their, I believe, nails.
3 nails.
3 nails.
Both their eyes and their tongue.
Yep. And in this creature's like festering hay clumpy head, you manage to find what looks like a singular glass eye.
Glass eye.
Yes. And it's not like a glass eye for your, like for people replacing where it's not full and it's just like the shape. It's a full circular spherical glass eye. It
Okay,
looks
I'm gonna
almost real. Like,
I'm gonna show it to Tingle.
but it's hard to the touch. It's not like there's no soft or give to it. It's glossy.
You know, Zubrik, I'm thinking this is probably some kind of a spell component, like used to imbue energy into this scarecrow. And I mean, they don't have limbs that can move normally.
Seems like it. Some sort of bastardized necromancy. Identify it if you can.
Well, I'll have to look at it tomorrow morning, but I can try and take a peek right now.
And Tingle's gonna try and just kind of examine the eye
Okay.
and see if he can figure out anything about it, like what spells it could be used for, what energy it could exude
Okay,
or channel.
so you're not using detect magic. You're not using identify. You just
No,
want to do
just,
it in Arcana.
Arcana.
So give me an Arcana check, please.
Okay.
I'll
And
help
as
you.
I'm doing that, a little scroll pops out of his armor and it says, "So you found a weird magic eye."
Got it. It's always like the same scroll, but it just like keeps coming out with different things written on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Tingle is a prayer. In
Okay.
addition to many other things.
21. As you're looking at it, you're not sure the type of magic that there are spells for it. It's a little hard to tell as there's no glyphs on this thing. But whatever it is the spell is imbued with, yeah, it's definitely some sort of channeling magic. You would notice that the pupil, though, as you kind of like turning your hand around on it and kind of adjusting it, you notice that as your hand kind of goes over the pupil area and comes to the other side, the pupil like goes from being dilated and contracts in the light. So it's still working. It's almost like it's alive still. You could see now that you're taking a closer look at it, you could see almost these like veins like kind of pop up. Not like where it's bumpy, but through like the little red lines are starting to appear, like almost as if the sun's a little painful for its eyes.
Hey, Zubrik, I think we need to look through the other scarecrows, because this thing is still running, and there might be other ones as well.
Sounds fine. Clover, Bloodbeard, help us out over here.
What do you mean by still running?
Are they gonna attack us?
Well, no, just watch this.
And he holds up the eye and
Yeah.
starts moving his hand in front of it and away from it.
And as you
I
guys,
like that.
Hells. I feel like we should be burning them.
Yeah, no, I'm
Smashing
with
the
you.
eyes. This is
No,
bad. This is bad stuff.
this is
Bad.
magic. Magic. It's magic. It's not bad.
Bad magic.
If you jump into a meat grinder, is it like an evil meat grinder, or did you just jump into a meat grinder? It's just
Is
a
the meat grinder functioning on its own after you smash the contraption? Then I would say yes, it's a bad meat grinder.
No,
But
it's a
fine.
magic meat grinder.
You've
A
already
bad
smashed the
magic meat
contraption,
grinder.
Bloodbeard. They're all dead. This was inside of it.
Help
us search the rest.
All right, I'll help out, but just on the record, I've got a bad feeling about this.
okay,
No, I'm with Bloodbeard.
you guys
This,
could
this creeps me out.
make some more, either I'll say this time investigation or perception, and that's one for Clover and one for Amos. That's it.
Bloodbeard will do perception.
I will help Bloodbeard.
Okay.
Wingle will help Clover with guidance and help.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 10 on Bloodbeard.
That's a 10.
Ooh,
And-
that's 11.
11. Okay. So you both of you did perception and not investigation. So
Yes.
first of all, the head area where you found it, mangled. You know, it's like it's not whatever. If it was there and if it broke, there's no traces of it left. If there was an eye, one thing you would notice though is there is a like a chemically smell to one of them, like the clothing and stuff like that that the scarecrow was wearing has this like caustic chemically smell.
I don't like the smell. It burns my nose.
Was that the one I set on fire?
No.
I
No,
don't think it smelled like that before.
no, it
Well-
smells like burning,
Wait,
but not fire burning.
stand back. Bloodbeard's gonna pull out the cane.
Mhm.
Is there a command word to switch it, or do I click the button?
You have to shout out into the air, sortify.
Stortify! And he's gonna poke it with a long sword.
Okay. You
See if it explodes.
Yeah, you poke it at with the longsword. Okay. There's a wiggle underneath the clothing, and then a rat scurries out.
The rat! Kill the rat! Can I make an opportunity attack on the rat?
Yes, I will
Is-
allow it because you have the weapon in your hand.
Gotcha. There's no one within 5 feet of the rat. other
No,
than me,
well-
is there?
You and maybe Clover, because you might have been close enough to like, you know.
Nope!
Yeah, as you know, it's a little clunky of a weapon than you're used to. You know, you swing at it, it thuds into the ground, and the rat scurries off into the bushes.
Ah! Canify! That's a back-
It doesn't.
It actually doesn't do anything.
Nope. As it stays as a longsword. You're just holding a longsword now in your hand.
Tingle, what in the nine hells do I do with this now?
I mean, it's great for stabbing stuff, except rats.
I can't turn it back into a cane?
Well, no, I just made it for you this morning. I mean, how much magic do you think I can put into that kind of thing?
So it has an on switch, but not an off switch.
Well, more like it has a way to start the transformation and then just kind of peters out halfway through.
Anyone wants a long sword?
Well, I'll take it.
Bloodbeard's gonna hand it back. And I'll remove it from the inventory.
Okay.
Well,
Use
where's
the
your
map.
wandering friend?
I don't know. They were shooting arrows outside of the window. I guess they're still inside.
Okay. So while this was all going on, Valsira, what are you doing? And Amelia, what were you doing? Because you were outside of, right? Amelia was
Yes.
outside of me.
We were in two separate locations.
Yes.
Who do you want first?
Well, Amelia, what do you want? Since we're dealing with outside stuff for now.
Nothing.
Okay, you were just watching everyone
Just
deal with their
standing
stuff. Okay.
Silently.
All right.
Thinking.
Just looking at
Standing
us
there.
menacingly.
He was like facing away. He wasn't even watching.
All right.
He's moved on mentally.
Valsira,
Yes.
you're inside. What are you doing?
I am inside, so I would like to. Dylan. A Getty image, classy. I would like to move away from the window and enter the room with the body.
Okay. There's heavy buzzing, flies covering this thing. This remains.
How old does it appear?
You're kind of afar, and the flies are, obviously in the way. But you could try to get closer and give me a medicine check. Okay. As you try to get closer, the fly, and you just try to wave at some of the flies to disperse so you can get a better look at it. You realize right away it's either the flies have eaten this person's eyes out, or other creatures like rats must have came in and done so because their eyes are missing as well.
But just the eyes? Anything else?
You would see plenty of maggots on him.
So pretty old, probably.
Maybe a few days if it was like the right conditions.
Yeah. Yeah, by pretty old, what I mean is...
Not today.
Not today.
Not today.
Yeah.
Not like an hour before you guys got here.
Yeah,
no.
so there's... some time has passed
Yeah.
since this person
Yeah.
passed. Okay. What appears to be the cause of death?
It's very hard to tell. With
The-
all the flies and your medicine check, you're not sure.
Are there any...
The person looked kind of old. Like you could see the gray hairs, the like
Okay.
the slight wrinkles still remaining on their face.
What's left of their face?
Yeah, what's left of their face. So, other than that, I can't give you any more information with the 12.
Well, alright. Is there anything... I guess I should do an investigation check maybe, but is there anything in the room, like a weapon of any kind?
Yeah, there would be. You see along the wall is hung up a short bow, and there's a little place for the quiver to kind of be placed along there. It looks old and not untouched for a while, maybe like their own one. It looks nicely carved and kept. Thing is, it's just a little dusty.
Okay, I will take those, but what I meant was, like any sign of a weapon that could have been used to kill this person or cut out their eyes. Or something.
Give me a perception check.
Perception, not investigation.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's better anyway.
Okay. No, nothing here. With the 19 though, you would realize there is a bit of blood, like old blood that's been kind of splattered in the area. So whoever did this either did this, was messing with the body and the blood got all over the place, or it wasn't like there's no big splatter, so
Okay.
it's pretty local to where the body is. So there wasn't that big of a struggle. There isn't a big, mess, that kind of stuff.
Is there a window in the room?
Yeah, there is a window to the west side of the room.
Okay. Is there any sign of forced entry or...
From what you can tell, what's your passive perception?
14.
No.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess I will take, what'd you say? Short bow?
Yeah, it's a short bow and a quiver with a few arrows in it. Tell you how much soon. 7 arrows left in it.
Okay.
They're arrows, not crossbows.
Yes, I know.
Okay. What I needed.
Alright, that's it, I guess.
Okay.
Much to see.
Yeah, as you make your...
Wanderer, where did you go?
I'm looking at the body in here.
There's a body? Oh no.
Yeah, I think they just died of old age, maybe, but they also are missing their eyes, like that other guy was, so could be something there.
Does
That
he have
doesn't
his
sound
tongue?
like old age, lass.
Well, I don't think he died of eye removal, but I don't know, I'm not a doctor.
Usually, if you tear someone's eyes out, they tend to die after.
Well,
Personal
yeah,
experience.
That's perfect,
silence,
Zobra.
as Valsira considers that. Okay, yeah, but it doesn't look like it was like a struggle and an eye removal. It was like he was dead and then his eyes were cut out. That's kind of what it looks like, but again, I'm not a doctor.
Zubert's gonna walk up to the window and knock on it. Does he still have his tongue?
Is his mouth open? Do I have to touch his mouth to find out?
Yes.
I
Touch
will
the mouth.
use.
Do it.
Wait, yes to which
Do it, you
question?
pansy.
No, yes to the fact that you have to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of the new arrows that I have and like
It's kind of like...
lower his jaw with it.
It's gross. All right.
Hey, don't act like I'm like a baby. I just would rather not touch a maggot-infested mouth.
Well,
okay?
yeah, of course. You're playing it safe. All right. So you open its mouth. You open the body's mouth.
Uh-huh.
Tongue's gone.
No tongue.
Does that mean anything?
I nod in approval.
Does that other guy didn't have a tongue, right?
Yes, that is
Greg?
correct.
Okay. Well, the mystery continues.
Well, I'm just confused because if these were like magic golems that needed parts of people to run, why would they need a tongue? These things don't speak.
By the way, there's a rumble from the sky. As you can see in the distance, another pretty dark cloud is moving in.
You guys
Maybe
saw
we
the
should head back.
You guys saw the tracks though. The tracks were, made from humans or whatever. They're like, little
Well,
holes.
Something
Yeah, I mean,
dragon
scarecrow.
stuff.
I mean, if you think about it, perhaps the scarecrows were walking and dragging their poles behind. But
Yeah.
who made them?
Well, we have this magic eye, but I don't know how we could try and link it to somebody.
But
Do you think
I
we-
would have gone outside at this point.
I mean, perhaps I might just take one last look at that inside of the house. And by last look, my own first look. No offense, Wanderer, but I've got eyes for some stuff that you might be missing.
Okay. So you're gonna go in there and check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bloodbeard's gonna go case the joint.
What are you looking for specifically?
Maybe like dresser drawers, anything that might have like letters, anything that might have basically looking under the bed, looking like in little dresser drawers. Is there something that's of value? Anything that's locked?
Got
Anything
it.
that would look like it's
Family heirlooms he could hawk.
Yeah,
well, that, but
It makes
also,
sense.
but more so like anything that would make this a valuable target for anything other than spooky shit.
Okay. Give me an investigation check then, please. As you're looking for some additional detailed area stuff.
Tingle, can I get a little bit of a boost for this? Do you have investigation for dummies in there?
Well, it's not really investigation for dummies, but I think this will fit.
And a little scroll pops out titled, "So you want to loot a house?"
Aye, matey, thank ye. All right, he's gonna do it.
Okay, 16.
Oh wow, that's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. All right. So as you're looking through this house, first of all, this person did not own much. You would find, I will say, you find 11 gold pieces,
You're rich.
8 silver pieces
Oh.
and 3 copper pieces in like
Now
a
Dylan's excited.
in a
with
tiny
silver.
little like jewelry box, and also inside of it you would find a thin gold ring that you would think would be worth 15-20 gold, maybe. Not the most expensive. Otherwise you would see that he left a note for himself to go pick up go pick up some powder to help the is everyone right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. Go pick up some powder to help the crops grow from, let's see, it would be Særald, the general store owner.
Was that the fellow who was coughing and sneezing? And
Yeah, he was
spluttering?
he was coughing, and he got some food from the cook at the pickling barrel
Pickling barrel.
because they weren't feeling so well.
Bloodbeard is going to slide the ring onto his finger
Okay.
after pocketing the
The
money. that he
gold, yeah, of
finds.
course, yeah, makes sense.
Finder's fee for avenging you, son. And then he's gonna pick up this letter, this like note to self letter.
It's a very short little note. It's like a sticky note, basically. Like, make sure to pick up this. You know.
He is going to fold it, put it in his breast pocket, and he's gonna turn around and is like, "Well, team, I think I might have found another clue."
Do you think we should notify the sheriff about this?
Definitely, of course. This poor person was was murdered.
Freudian slip.
The laugh is out of character.
Did you literally did your character literally say robbed? I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
When he says that, can I do a perception check on him to see if there's like?
Oh, it's an insight, but yeah, you
insight-
could do it
okay,
insight.
fine. Insight
Yeah.
check.
This man was murdered.
Murdered.
Do I have to roll a deception check or something, or
Not even. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
you catch the slip, you know, of sorts, but like it's let me just actually roll a deception check. I want to see what it would contest it by.
Oh shit!
Yeah, there was no reason for him to say robbed.
Yeah.
Like there was obviously a dead body in the state of decay. He said robbed. It was either a slip or he's hiding something.
That's all I got out of it.
Yeah, you didn't roll like super above it, so I'm not gonna be like, yes, you know he's lying and he has all of his. No.
Okay, well
Bloodbeard
I will be
is
slightly
reaching into
suspicious of
his
him.
breast pocket as he pulls out this piece of paper. It's like, this is a little tiny note left behind. Said that he wanted to go see Særald, the general store keeper, for some powder to make the crops grow. And I mean, you tiny one, you said something about the crops being amiss. And
Yeah.
Særald was acting weird in town. He sneezed on me. I think he sneezed on you too. Was
did
it you,
that
Clover?
happen?
I wasn't there.
You guys were inside. No, it was Emilio.
Oh.
You guys were inside investigating and doing stuff. I'm not so good at investigations, so I was just hanging out.
He sneezed on me?
Yeah,
He
well,
definitely
like he sneezed.
on the two of us.
Yeah, he kind of coughed in your direction, and when
wasn't
he
supposed to see the
like
part.
made his way to get some soup because he wasn't feeling so well.
Wow.
I think I would have felt it if he sneezed on me.
Personally, I was convinced that the fellow was a werewolf, but perhaps he's an evil mage making evil scarecrows. Either way,
Well,
he's
If he's
becomes
needing
suspicious.
tongues, that could maybe be putting a strain on his own voice. That might be why he's sneezing and coughing.
I thought for a second you were suggesting maybe he was trying to replace his tongue with one that wasn't coughing, which I'm not a doctor, but that does not sound correct. Either way,
I'm gonna,
That's some
the cause
shady
of
business.
coffee?
I'm gonna make some fucking quack doctor NPC one day who's gonna recommend stuff like that.
Like Dr. Spaceman?
Yeah, like Dr. Spaceman, you know.
God.
Oh,
Okay.
you've been sneezing? Like, gotta replace your eyes.
Yeah.
Let's take off that hand of yours. That'll fix
Sounds
it.
like you need a full lung replacement, you boy.
Most
Zuba's
of
gonna
them.
walk over to Clover and pull out that,
Yeah.
that herb package that he got from the bartender. Can you tell me what herbs these are? I
Oh.
got this from the bartender, and we're talking about Sarek. These are supposed to be for him.
Maybe.
Give me a nature
Okay.
check. It's a little hard to tell. They must have had these for a while because they're these little dried, what's called herbs that are like individually wrapped. It reminds you almost of tea of sorts.
Might be tea? It could be good on food, I'm not sure.
I
I'm
figured
not-
your name being
I'm not-
Clover would be better at this.
I'm not good with naming of the plants.
Who's good with plants?
I could
Anybody.
tell you if it's poisonous, though.
Well, I know about cooking. I could tell you if it's something you would use in cooking.
Okay, good. You have uses. I'm gonna walk over and hand you the package.
Okay. What should
Here's
I
the
roll?
guide to cooking.
Give me a survival check.
Okay, now I have a +1. Great. All right. Thanks, Tingle.
Yeah. Yeah, when you take a sniff of it, it actually does smell like it would be something you kind of what's it called? It's more like a herbal tea of sorts.
Okay.
It was you don't think it's like poison nonsense or anything like that. It's definitely edible of sorts.
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
it's not
this
evil.
just seems like tea. I think because he was sick and needed a tongue replacement or whatever. So.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of tea, Clover, I bought you some tea, and I hand the one I took out of the package, and I give it to him.
Okay.
Thank you!
No problem.
I love it,
You
thank you.
you now have a herb package.
Yeah, you have some herbal tea. A
Wait,
single
what-
package.
I wanna take it and smell it.
It looks like it's the same thing.
Okay.
I am very offended.
Why are you randomly giving Clover tea?
Clover just saved my life by killing these things. I can't appreciate people. You're very suspicious.
Well, it
Very,
just seems
very
like a
suspicious.
random gift, and Clover is inexperienced in the world, so I have to
I'm
look out for
sorry.
them.
Next time I see a beggar, I'm not going to give him anything because I don't know him and it's a random gift.
Oh my god.
Some people.
You've ruined the goodwill of Zubrick.
I barely know Zubrick, okay?
I know, and your words still cut him so deep because he's such a great guy.
I can't with you two.
It's great. I love this like I love this friendship. I don't know what to even call it.
I'm going to leave the house and just walk over to Emilio.
Okay.
And pull out the 2 gold that I actually am going to give him this time, and I'm going to give him 2 gold and be like, this is for the card reading. And for helping me out back there.
Oh, another tip?
These are
Thank you.
All right.
He will take those 2 pieces. He is busy cleansing the outside of the house.
just saging it up.
Saging.
Should we be making our way back to town then?
Good idea.
You
It
guys
looks
are
like it looks like it's gonna storm pretty soon. We should probably get out of here.
Should we take some of the remains of the scarecrows with us? Perhaps the claw arms to prove, hey, our scarecrows
Awesome.
killed our guardsmen.
It wouldn't be bad because if it does rain, it might just wash them away.
And I'd love to examine some of these joints under, like, some good lighting.
I can burn the rest of them so they don't rise again.
Okay.
Okay.
Make sure you don't
Thanks, I
burn the
didn't
crop.
even think about that.
all right.
Pete, now have I finished sketching the face?
Oh yeah. I'll say that was you did a pretty quick sketch of the face.
Okay. I'm only doing it so I can conjure the face and give it to the sheriff and tell her this guy's dead.
Okay. Got it. It's hard to make sense of like the details because a lot of it, like it's maggot covered and stuff like that.
I'll
But
do like a quick cabin sketch so she gets the idea.
yeah, you don't do one of those like what's called. Did you guys play L.A. Noir? where the guy sits.
Oh,
there.
it's
Yeah.
the shitty little.
No, it's like super detailed somehow, and it's like he does it super quick. You're like, oh my god, you're an artist. Got it. All right. So you guys are all making your way back to town, right? Or
Yeah.
closer
Oh,
to the circle, I
probably
mean,
meant
because you guys are in
everyone.
town.
Bloodbeard should take a deep breath before he does that in Second Wind.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I should probably mention the sheriff told me to look out for the hunter north of town. Her name's Kiesa.
I believe
Kisa.
it's
I
west
don't
of
really
town.
care. I wasn't listening. It was west of town near the river.
Yeah.
Something about her missing as well. She may be coming back, but
She's
we should
supposed
check
to.
on her.
Okay.
Well,
So we
if
got-
she's far out of town, maybe some of these creatures got her as well, especially if they're needing components from people.
I look towards Emilio. Maybe you could look into his house, break in.
Okay.
All right.
And I turn to Val and go, criminal.
All right. All right.
I just shake my head.
Okay. So as you're getting closer to the town circle where there's the tavern and the general store and the blacksmith. As you're getting closer, does anyone have a passive perception above 15? Okay, I need everyone to roll me a perception check real quick.
Hee-haw.
Ooh. Okay, so. Oh
man.
my god, you guys are wasting your 20s here, but
Dynamic
nice.
duo.
Wandering wanderer.
So
Okay.
perceptive.
So it would be Bloodbeard, Clover, and Val that would notice. In the distance, where you would see the general store, you would see the owner, Særald. You know, you could see his ponytail and his golden hair, still
His
with the little bit of
coughing.
light kind of shining in this kind of dull town. As he comes out of the front door, you would hear the barking of the dog at the doghouse in front of his house. The dog seems to be barking at him as he walks away. It looks like he glances back at the dog, but he walks away and starts making his way east. Yeah.
And we're going to see him, right?
Well, you're not sure. I'm not sure where you guys are going.
Oh.
You guys are too far to yell at
Oh,
him
okay.
to like catch his attention. But
I
you,
mean,
Wonder where he's
how-
going.
Let me double check thaumaturgy. I can make my voice boom.
okay.
Maybe we should search his house first.
Seems kind of weird that his own dog barked at him, right?
I think we should shank him. But
The
I guess
dog?
we
The
should
dog?
probably get the evidence first. No, not a dog! Nine hells! What kind of monster do you take me for?
I don't know. You're the one who said that you would pull out people's eyes, so I don't know what you're capable of.
Okay, I said I did that once, and I did not enjoy it. For the record.
Are we just suspecting him because he had a note towards the farm?
No, he coughed on me, and he's been acting shady.
And
His own dog is pissed off at him.
Yeah, the dogs tend to like their owners.
But we haven't seen him do anything bad though.
Chloe's got
Maybe
a
he's
point.
a flesh walker. Maybe a scarecrow instead of just getting the eyes and the tongue. Got the whole flesh. Broke off its little stand and is
I don't like-
inside of his body.
I don't like doubting people like that. It just seems wrong to me.
If you want, we can question the dog, but we'd have to do it tomorrow.
Oh, do you
Well-
speak with animals, Emilio?
You can speak with animals?
I can, just not today.
Sounds like more
How
Charlotte's
does that
dog.
work? Animals don't have big enough brains to talk.
They do. They have their own language.
They do?
Everything has its own language. I can also speak with plants if you'd like.
Oh
but
wait,
not
I
today.
have that spell too. I could do it today. I forgot I had that spell.
Bloodbeard leans over to Clover. Don't trust a single thing this one says. Speaking with animals.
All right. But wait.
Okay.
So I want to know where you guys are headed now, because you guys would have arrived at the.
Can I talk to the dog?
Yeah. So you guys want to all head over to the general store where
I
the
mean,
dog is?
I do. I want to talk to
I'm
the
gonna go to
dog.
the
Okay.
sheriff and then conjure the face just to let her know there's another dead guy.
Okay.
I'll head with Zubrik.
Well, we could do the sheriff part real quick. Because you're just gonna tell her that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She lets out a sigh and goes, "Oh, fuck. All right. And she gets you to point out where his house would be, what like the description of it and stuff like that. She says, "Please don't leave town. I gotta look into this too now. All right?"
Yes, I do want to let you know that it's gonna be storming or raining soon, so you should check out the outside of Greg's window. You'll see a bunch of scrape
Uh-oh.
No.
marks and
Okay.
you'll see like weird tracks. Just look at it before it rains.
Thank you. I'll take a look at that. As you all let her know, and I believe now you're headed to the general store, right?
Yeah. I want to
Okay.
see this dog talking trick.
All right.
Sense, but I guess.
Not a trick, it's magic.
The general store, as you approach it, is a small timber and brick two-story building with an orange shingle roof and with vines covering the walls on all sides, even excluding just the front. So you could see that there is a lab, a lab.
Chocolate lab?
Yes, chocolate
Labrador.
lab. There we go.
Yeah.
Labrador. That's the word. Sorry. Thank you.
A Labrador.
A
Not a
Labrador.
Labradoodle?
No,
Very
know
cute.
Labrador. Outside in his own little doghouse.
Yep.
He, as you approach, he looks excited, wagging his tail, and you would also see that the curtains are semi-drawn.
Okay. So
On the first
apparently
floor.
Emilio can also do this.
Yeah, I just realized it's ritual.
Hey, it takes 10
Uh,
minutes, but yeah, or 11 minutes.
Yeah,
think.
okay. Well, I can just do it. I don't really need spell slots as much. So, okay.
I'm gonna put a hand
That's
on
okay.
the wander. Can you tell the dog I said hi? I'm gonna give you guidance.
Thank you.
We could do good cop, bad cop,
We could try if you want to do your spell too.
but it's a dog.
That's true. I'll probably get confused.
What? I can see if this works.
Tingle will cast guidance, and a little scroll will pop out. Speaking with animals. It's actually a thing.
Holy shit. Okay.
Okay, so I have an extra 4 points. Do I roll for this? What do I do? Cast
You
non-
just click on the spell in your spell list.
Yes, I am trying.
Okay, there we go. So you're using the once a day feature that you have as a ranger. Okay, you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with the beast for the duration, which is 10 minutes. Knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited to their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby location, monsters, and including what they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade the beast to perform a small favor for you at the DM's discretion. All right, got it.
Okay.
So, interesting. You cast a spell, and you would hear right away, people, yay, yay. And so, it's such a happy doggo, wagging its tail.
Alright. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, hi, hi. Hi.
I saw you earlier with, the man.
Oh, I should act dumber with this, a little dumber with this, but go ahead.
I saw you earlier with the man who lives here. I think he's your owner. And you were barking at him.
When you mentioned that, oh, okay, that's good. He goes, no, owner, no. Bad.
Bad. Who was that man?
Don't know. Bad. God. Owner's sleeping.
Where?
Home.
Home. Where is home?
He goes over to the door and kind of scratches at it with one paw.
Okay. So is this like a general store with like a room above it or something?
Yeah, it looks like from, well, you guys can tell there might be a basement, but there's also a second floor.
Okay. Okay, so owner is sleeping inside. That man was bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay? Do you have food?
Oh, hungry. Hungry.
Okay.
Yeah, and when you say that, you realize the dog probably hasn't eaten in, you know, maybe a few days.
Oh, like really hungry. Not
Like
just,
actually
not just
hungry.
the way that dogs
like,
are always
you,
hungry.
Yeah, you also realize like the bowl that's out for him,
Yeah.
even the water, like he went through it. Like there's nothing there. It's like,
Okay.
owner feed me soon, I'm sure.
Hmm.
Hungry.
This is gonna break my heart.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, I'm gonna stop talking to the dog. I'm gonna like pet him.
What do they say?
Well,
We're just watching you. And you're like,
Yeah.
"Burr, burr, burr."
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out some like a bit of my rations and give it to the dog.
Okay.
But
You could just give a day's worth.
I'll
you
give
know.
a day. Yeah, I guess they're really hungry. Okay, so one ration.
Day
Are we-
starts.
are we
scarfing
counting
it down.
rations?
Yeah, please keep track of them.
Okay.
Boring.
I don't know how to.
There's a little
Oh, I see. Okay.
number of stuff you have. You can adjust it there.
All right. Okay. So, bad news, or just news. I'm pretty sure that guy that we saw is not the real owner of the general store, because the dog says that that was not his owner and that man is bad.
Skinwalkers. I told you.
Yeah, and he says his real owner is sleeping inside.
So he's dead.
Oh, he's totally dead.
Yeah, so that's all bad news. Good news is we have a dog we can adopt. What do you think?
Who's we?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Because
haven't
I
had a
think this
dog.
dog is without an owner, so
Well, we have probable cause.
to adopt
I
the
wanna
dog.
just yes, 100%. But we need to verify the claims of the owner
Okay.
sleeping.
Yes, let's look at that
Yes.
first. Good point.
Well, hold up. I want to check something. Do I see any sort of thieves' cant markings like along the building?
Ooh,
and sort of,
interesting.
marking?
Uh,
Yeah.
Give me a perception check real quick.
I'm gonna
That's-
empty my water.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
You would notice a small. It's very old. If it was made a very long time ago, and it's a symbol that says "good person." You know, like trustworthy. Because you know, people like thieves and stuff that come through here, like you know the hobo signs kind of stuff,
Yeah.
kind of like that.
You all remember that episode of Mad Men, right? That's
Never
where I
got-
know it from.
Never got around to watching all of Mad Men. Just little bits here and there.
Well, you missed your chance because it's no longer on Netflix. It's no longer anywhere. So
Oh, damn. So Bloodbeard looks. He's like, "Aye, we definitely have to check this out then."
Yeah.
The fellow who is sleeping was an honorable sort of folk. Looked like he looked out for the little person. Like
Real
you,
quick,
Clover.
Dylan, you said you were ritually casting Unseen Servant inside the shop.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're looking into the window.
I don't need to see in.
You don't need to see in to cast it inside.
An unoccupied space within 60 feet.
Don't you have to have?
I feel like you still need to be able to see the space for you to be able
like-
to.
It's like cover and whatnot.
Yeah,
It's like I can't cast Unseen Servant in somebody's lung.
yeah. I mean, I summon my familiar inside this guy's heart.
oh god,
Can you imagine?
it's like Alien. It just
Yeah.
bursts forth.
I use gaseous form and go in their nose and then
Hey.
turn back inside as I cast enlarge.
Because if that's the case, then you don't need a thief. You can always just break into stuff.
Not always, but you can. You can rule it different if you want.
Look through the windows of brick. He probably has some on his shop.
Sorry, you're.
I'll
You
look
can
through the
adjust
window
your,
if you want me to.
Huh?
I'll look through the window if you want me to, but
I'll say there needs to be like if you can enter, they can enter kind of deal, or they can be someone on the other side kind of deal. Because I feel like otherwise you can cheese so many things, and I want to limit that just a bit here and there. If I look it up and
We can talk about this after the
yeah,
session.
but for now let's go with.
If only you knew someone who was good at maybe picking locks, maybe opening doors that weren't supposed. Ah, god damn it!
as
Jinxed yourself by
you're
saying
saying
that.
that, you're already pulling out your thieves tool, going at it, and then you hear you hear like a as you realize you're like bending your thieves tool. You're like, oh fuck, it's not gonna work.
Hey, Bloodbeard, if you want, I could try to give it a shot. I kind of know my way around those as well.
Dylan, Zubrik, real quick, as you're, as you guys are doing this, because you're looking in the window, let's just say you are, because you already mentioned it. First thing you would notice, is his glasses are on the floor, in the middle of the shop. And they're thick, thick glasses. You'd probably be blind without them.
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh. I thought that the blinds were.
No, they're partially, I said. So
Okay.
you can still look in. You won't get the best view unless you actually attempt to look in, So. Yeah. And Tingle, what were you doing? Sorry.
His tools for 2 minutes, I can try it.
I think what he's trying to say is he's going to attempt it. I didn't realize he was good at them. I'll give him some pointers. I'll help you out there, Tingle.
Go
Maybe
for
get your
it.
modulator back in.
Would you like any help with the God of Luck?
I believe he's saying yes.
Okay, I'll help.
It got worse,
Okay.
huh?
Real?
Alrighty, here I go. Thieves' tools,
What?
God of Luck.
input dexterity.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yay!
Okay. The dog's name? Cookie.
Cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. I just had to retcon that real quick because we need to know this dog's name.
Got it. Tingle, you with the guidance that you feel, you manage to play with the thief's tool, and you hear the click, 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 and then the last pin kind of comes loose, and the whole knob turns, and the door pushes inward. All right.
Thanks, Clover, but that was so weird. There was a voice in my ear saying you want to get lucky.
Yeah?
So, I want to show you guys the map. This is what you would see, and let me switch this over on the stream. So, you guys have your map. The dog is busy, Cookie's busy eating some the rations still, scarfing it down. So yeah, take it away from
Dark
here.
in here?
Do you not see? Oh, it might be dark. I might have it set to dark. I will have it set to light. Let there be light.
Can I grab a snack real quick?
Yeah, go for it. I'll say you're
Let me
busy
borrow
playing
your
with the dog.
tools, Bloodbeard. These are really well crafted. Where did you get them from?
Hilariously enough, I actually bought them a little bit before he left on the road.
Oh man. Well, if you ever see someone selling any, let me know.
For sure. You know what? Maybe, if this fellow isn't actually sleeping, we could buy some from him.
I like your thinking.
Hey.
Bloodbeard. Oh, whoa! I see what you were talking about there, Pete. That's so cool.
What?
The quick thing with the attacks. Although it looks like the longsword things are still there for me, even though I deleted them, but that's fine.
Yeah, if you delete or add stuff, I need to, you need to tell me so I could create it, but I'll do that at the end of the session.
Yeah, word.
Is anyone else a little creeped out of going inside a house of someone that's possibly dead?
No.
Wow, this
Didn't
is
we
a
just do
Tuesday
that?
for us.
Didn't we just do that, like, maybe half an hour ago.
I mean, you guys did, but I don't know. It creeps me out.
Listen,
It's worse when you go into a house with someone who's alive.
they do say hell is other people, but we're doing it for a cookie.
Or
Alright.
You know what? I can cleanse the house first, see if
God,
that
not the sage
re-
again.
removes any negative energy.
I think
Not
that'll help.
out of the sage.
That'll help, yes.
All right, he's gonna get down to this.
Okay, actually, what I need to do, because there's a basement to this house, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Clover a torch, and then I'm going to turn this into not global illumination. Okay? Just to keep things a little easier.
Well,
Is
if
it
we
dark?
need a light, I can also light up my helmet.
And Tingle's gonna use magical tinkering to where's my character sheet? Deedly deet. To make his helmet shed light in a 5-foot bright area, and 10 feet away is there
Dim.
we go. Magical tinkering, dim. So long.
Okay, so 5 and 10, like,
A choice visual effect.
got it. I
Is
did
that-
it.
Yeah, bright light. Yeah, there we go.
So 5 feet bright light, 10 feet dim light on top.
And dim here. I'll just copy and paste in chat.
Okay,
so
I see
don't...
it. I see it.
Okay, cool.
Hey Pete, I'm still gonna ritual summon the servant.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna tell him to head east about 50 feet and then come back if he sees Sorik coming back
Okay. And
to
he's
warn
gonna-
me.
He's gonna. You hear the footsteps of your servant go off to the east. As you guys see that the door's open, you feel free to move around, explore the house. Otherwise, roleplay is gonna continue. for
Alright,
now.
Tingle, let me slip in here.
Oh, by the way, use your little arrows, because I have teleportation stuff now. So like, if you guys go to another floor, boom, it works.
It's quite dark in here.
That is matey. Ah!
Well, at least we have a little light.
What is that?
No,
What did you do?
that's something that Zubrik summoned. He summoned a dancing light, and sent it over to the other side to light up the.
Can you put 3 more? I can't summon anymore.
Oh, you broke the API. Give me a second. I gotta restart it.
You
Oh.
monster! You killed it.
You broke it. Okay. I'll summon the rest though.
Just put them in the corner. Or one in the left corner, one in the center, and one by the door, I guess.
Can I just kind of make like a general perception check, kind of look around the room, see if anything jumps out to me?
Sure. Give me a second. 2, 3. And then you can like this, right, Dylan?
1 second. I had to reload the page too.
Okay. What were you saying, Ian?
Oh, I just want to look around the room, see if anything jumps out at me.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I can try and help you out, Bloodbeard.
Okay.
Go for it.
What you would see is on the ground with a 12. What you would see on the ground there is the pair of glasses, right at your feet. Otherwise, the counter seems to be right over here, and the shelves, they're not the best. They're not fully stocked. It seemed like there wasn't a lot of business, or he didn't restock it before. Apparently he disappeared.
Well, folks, keep your eyes out. Also, try to keep your fingers to yourself. Like I said, he was a good man when he was alive. I really hope he's actually asleep.
Okay. So Zubrik, as you make your way over there, you see the stairs to go to the basement. Tingle, you would see stairs to go upstairs to the second floor. You would also see that there's a banister on the second floor, and it's kind of open to the second floor. You can't see really too much other than the roof and the banister up there where the second floor is.
Tingle, be careful. There might be questions we can't answer in this place. I'm gonna head downstairs.
Okay. Real quick.
Well, that was mysterious.
You head downstairs. Okay, so we're gonna come back to you, Zubrik.
Alright.
And what is
Oh,
everyone else
another
doing?
dog. Awesome.
Well, I was going to suggest we go upstairs, but Zubrik looks like he's a man of action running down there.
There's a
If
brisk
there's-
walk.
If there are bad things here, we might want to stick together. So,
Definitely. You never run off alone when you're inside a hole.
yes, whatever you just said there, Tingle.
I like this
Alright.
dynamic.
All right, follow me, everyone.
Okay, so you guys go downstairs.
Okay.
Use your arrow keys. It's
Oh, the arrow keys. Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
so that works. All right.
Do I like then go?
Yep.
Oh!
All right. So
Hey, Cookie, we're gonna look for your owner. Just stay put, okay? And I empty my water skin into
yeah,
the dish.
into the bowl. Okay. So while you guys are down there, I want to know if Valsira, Amelia, and Clover, what you guys are doing while up on the first floor, real quick.
I'm following you two.
No pressure. Okay. I guess I will. Is there a reason we did they go downstairs or upstairs?
They went downstairs.
Okay, that's what I thought. Well, why don't we try going upstairs?
Okay.
So this is the stairs for upstairs.
Okay.
So while you guys do that, I'm going to go down and describe. First, I'm going to describe the upstairs real quick to all of you. The upstairs seems like there's a banister overlooking, where you guys can look down onto the first floor. Otherwise, each of the tables here have these small candles, little places to read scrolls or books. There are boxes of supplies in the corner, but otherwise not too much. It seems like there might be some teaching here done every once in a while for some of the people who live here, because you see a chalkboard at one side of the room. And otherwise, I'm going to describe what is going on down in the basement. So, Zubrik, Tingle, and Amos, when you guys make your way down there, the first thing you would notice is there is a faint smell of death.
Oh no!
There's but that smell of death is definitely
There's a
overpowered by a ton, like a strong odor of blood. Zubrik,
Smells kind of reversed.
as you make your way down around the corner, you can see where the bed of this individual would have been. On the kind of slumped over, he's missing an arm, he's missing lower part of his feet. Otherwise, things like toes, fingers, and such have been eaten. His skin, his lip, his eyelids, and eyes are all kind of gone. From
Eye
what-
tongue check.
the tongue, it's gone too. Yeah.
I stab him with my scimitar to see if he's not undead.
Yeah, you take your scimitar and just kind of poke a little harder than you should. No reaction. I mean, he's missing an arm. There's a ton of blood on the floor. One thing you guys would notice, though, there are a ton of little pitter-pattery footprints all around the body, tracking the blood.
Pitter pattery?
Yeah, tiny little footprints.
Like Tingle Tiny or
No, smaller.
I want to follow the pitter patter pins.
Hmm.
Okay. Amos, it seems to lead to some of the barrels over here.
All right. Amos is gonna. He looks at it. He looks at the barrels, and he's gonna motion towards I guess he's gonna motion towards Tingle.
Okay.
Tingle, my good lad, could you do me a favor and stand like right over there?
How about you do it?
I will do it. I'll be standing right about over there.
Oh. Okay, together.
Yes, but you go first.
As Tingle's walking over there, suddenly he just suddenly stops mid-step, and a look of realization comes into his eyes, and he just goes, "Oh, so that's what this is."
I promise it's not as weird as you're making it sound, lad. So where do these prints end?
Okay, they go kind of into, like, between some of the barrels. Do you want to go down there and look closer to see if they lead anywhere specifically?
He's bringing the cutlass out, and he's going to, like, reaction stab anything that, like, runs out from there.
Got it.
But yes.
Okay. So, as you lean down with the cutlass out, ready to do anything, remember, it's tight quarters down there.
Oh, yes.
You would, with the little bit of light from the dancing lights behind you, you see a little glow of eyes. You see
There's one on top of him too.
Then you see another one, and then you see a ton of them. As one of them lunges out at you, all of them lunges out at you. And
It's party time!
it is party time, boys, as a swarm of rats appear out from underneath, and you start swinging and attacking, and combat's gonna start. So give me a second. Start combat. Roll initiative, everyone.
Ah,
Even
rats.
us?
Yes, roll initiative, everyone.
Oh. Can we hear that something happened?
Yeah, you guys would hear, like,
It's party time.
it's party time, and then, like, clanging of metal to wood, and as Amos goes in for the first attack, but
Oh,
we'll
no.
say, okay, is that everyone? I feel like we're missing somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's everyone.
Oh, yep.
Okay, by the way, who's controlling the music today? Because it's either Ian or Robert, and we've been on the same song for, like, the whole time. Like, oh.
Yeah, I'm not logged into music, so.
Okay.
I could try to open up another window to control it.
I will do it for now. I'll do it for now.
Gym rats.
Yeah, the gym rats, they're back. All right. So,
Oh no, the gym rats!
yeah, they're back.
What is that from?
That's from, like, the first campaign I ever ran, where these
Yours.
cranium rats came out and basically made some ridiculous strength saves, I think it was.
I see.
It was, yeah, and then you guys started calling them gym rats because
What's
they're
a-
so swole.
What's a cranium rat?
It's like a rat with like the Mojo Jojo brain.
Yeah, they're super
Oh,
smart.
Gross.
Yeah. Okay, so first one to go would be, actually, this is the surprise round. Amos, you're the first one to react.
Hiya!
Oh my god.
God
My-
damn it!
All right. You go for the swing. The rats. Your cutlass jams into a part of the barrel. And you're like, fuck! As they start crawling over onto the cutlass and onto you on their turn.
Oh no.
And it is now actual round one. Tingle, you're the first to react as you see the first few rats starting to swarm out from underneath these barrels over onto Amos's cutlass. What do you do?
Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap! Tingle fiddles with his gauntlet for a second, and then he tries to smash it into those rats.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Gonna use my fancy little macro up top. Okay.
Nice.
That hits. Do your damage. Okay, has disadvantage on attack rolls against other than you. Okay. So, real quick, they are resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, but it's thunder,
Ah!
and they take 6 points of damage. Also, their max HP is 24. I just want to make sure something. Occupy another space and vice versa, and the swarm can move through any large opening enough for a tiny rat. The swarm can't regain hit points. Okay, that's what I was interested in. Alright, so they take 6 points of damage. And now it is Amos, your turn. Before the rats get to go, it's your turn.
All right, time to stab him.
That goes well. All right.
Husha!
As you start hacking away at them, they are going to take another 13 points of... Wait. Sneak is improvement on the damage itself.
It's still the same damage.
Slashing.
Type, so it's still slashing.
Okay, so that's 13 divided by 2, so that is 6 points of damage. They look hurt, and they're half HP, which is important. All right.
I am then going to use my bonus action to cunning action disengage.
Okay.
I'm going to move 10, 15, 20. Oh, that's really neat. I'm gonna yell over. We've got rats in the basement,
Okay.
and a dead body. And he's just gonna go back down the stairs, 25, 30 to be next to Tingle.
Got it.
There's a man down here who's been robbed, killed.
Oh, no, ah,
There you go.
Ah!
There you go.
There we go.
I sent you the right way. There we go. That was
Thanks,
weird.
lad.
Okay.
All right, and then boom, done.
Emilio, it's your turn.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna yell down the stairs. Wait, don't hurt the rats! And then he's gonna run down.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you. Wait,
What the
why'd
hell?
you ping me back there?
No, it didn't. You're still here.
Oh, that's weird. I moved and then it pinged me back.
Yeah.
Now I'm completely lost track. That's as far as I can move. Well, I can dash, but
You don't want to dash?
no, I'll dash.
Alright. Don't think it worked again. I think it's
I
like...
see the tracker down.
There we go.
for-
Yeah, sometimes it does weird stuff like that. But hey, this is better than nothing. I will take it
very
any
true.
day.
That's cool.
It works.
Dash, I'm just gonna... I think Shillelagh is a bonus action. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Okay, so your shillelagh is active, and I believe it's the swarm. As they are going to go for the nearest target, Tingle.
Oh no.
And they're gonna start biting. Or half. There we go. It is. It's only 9 to hit.
Oh, no.
As they're
Can't
starting
get through
to
this
like,
armor.
it's hard because of the way your armor's made. A lot of them are crawling over you. Some of them are having they're having a very hard time crawling into your armor though to get to you.
I filled those gaps 3 weeks ago, you stupid rats.
All right, Zubrick, it's your turn.
Alright, do I see the other swarm below?
Yes, from the sound, it seems like it has stirred awake something, and they start
Alright.
crawling
Zubrick's
out.
gonna... Is it somatic or... Okay, Zubrick's gonna take a huge breath in, hold his hands pinky to pinky together, and blow towards the rats, and
Okay.
cast Buffeting Sands.
Nice. All right, dexterity save from the rats. Rats, dexterity save. And they failed. So they take wait, no, they succeed. It's a 15.
Yeah.
And then they would take 4 points of bludgeoning damage?
Yeah.
It's magical
Half of-
bludgeoning. But it would be half of that. So
No,
it'd
they
be-
don't take anything.
No?
No. Oh wait, no, half. Yeah, half as much. They take 4 points.
4, then they take half of that because it's bludgeoning, even though it's magical, it doesn't specify magical stuff. So it's 2, they take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
And he will climb up on this table.
All right.
Ah, Zubrick, kick these rats' asses.
And now,
You're just swarming with rats, right?
all right, I'm going to see who it's going to go for. It's the Swarm of Rats' turn. They're going to go for 3. Okay, they're going to go for Zubrick. You climb on the desk. They see you, and they all start making their way. They're climbing over each other. 5, 10, 15, and they are going to bite. They have more than half HP. So it's 14 to hit.
No.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at my HP.
Okay. You take 5 points of piercing damage as you
Oh, all
feel
of my HP.
many tiny little bites.
Ew.
I require assistance.
All
I'll be
right,
there in a second.
Clover.
Assistance is coming! And I run over to this where the stairs are from the opposite side.
Okay.
Try to jump down successfully as I tumble all the way down the stairs. Catch myself.
Okay.
And then gonna stand up and dash. 2, 3, 4. I'm coming! That's my turn.
That's your turn.
Actually, no, I have 25 movement. There we go.
Got it. And now it is Valsyria, your turn.
How far is it to go down the stairs?
Just move left and right. It basically you'll be on the same spot when you get down there.
Okay, I'll just do that. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. There you go. That's where you're starting your turn, basically.
This is the basement?
No, this is the first floor.
Oh, well, how many feet was that?
Nothing.
That was
Your
nothing?
turn starts here,
It's
basically.
the same spot.
It's the
Oh.
same spot, basically.
Okay, well then I want to go to the basement.
Yeah, move your character.
Oh, I thought you had to move me to the
No.
You're not
It's,
just
I
being
only have
lazy.
to move.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20,
I'm
25, 30.
here.
That's 30 feet, so that's exactly
Okay,
how far
I
you
will pull out my hand axe.
Okay. And you see Tingle covered in these rats. By the way, my rules with Swarm is if you miss, I mean, most of you guys have higher AC, but if you don't and you miss, you will hit the other person if you still beat their AC. Because it makes sense. Oh, I realized our streams, our camera's broken.
Oh no.
Yeah, Ian got bumped off being on camera.
No.
Oh,
Give,
yeah, where'd he
Bring-
go?
where'd he go?
Back. Bring him back.
None of us noticed.
Yeah, no one noticed that
Wow,
he
rude to
disappeared.
Ian. Oops.
So
Whoops.
where's Tingle?
We're so engaged.
Hey, that's good. You know what? Fuck it. I'll take it. I'll take you guys being engaged over losing one person for now.
Well, at least he's still in roll 20, so hopefully
Yeah.
his internet's not dead.
It might be. Oh, there's his Discord. It's gone. I bet you he didn't charge his laptop. I want to say that's the case. All right, go ahead. What are you doing? You have your hand axe in hand. Valsyria?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I just ended my turn. Sorry.
Okay, you're gonna end your turn there. Got it.
Sorry. Yep,
Oh,
that's it.
it's-
I clicked done and everything.
It's Tingle's turn now. Tingle, what are you doing?
I was gonna roll an attack, but my macro for some reason disappeared up top with that, so I'm gonna use the regular sheet.
You
there
should
we
still have it. I see it.
Okay, I don't.
You have to click on your avatar.
Oh,
No.
click on my avatar?
Yeah, your
Yeah,
token.
okay, cool.
Your token.
There we go.
When you click on it, you'll see the stuff.
Never mind, I have all my stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna try and punch these rats again.
All right. You hit them.
Yes!
Let me bring
Taste
these to
Sonic
front.
Justice!
Can I bring these to the front? No, I can't. Okay. 7 thunder damage. And -7. They are very hurt. There's a lot of rats as you kind of swing at some of them on your one side of your arm. The what's called the concussive thunder blast like ripples, and they a lot of them kind of fall off dead. They're still on you, but
Get off! Ugh.
all
That's
right.
my turn.
Now it's Amos's turn.
All right, I'm back. It's almost like my internet shit out for no fucking reason again. And Zoom is being a real pain in the ass with the restarting, but fuck it. I'm gonna stab the rats with a cutlass again.
Okay.
Nice.
Those hit. Do your damage.
Sha-sha-sha!
Okay. You destroy the rats. Oh wait, no, that's 8 points damage. They're still alive. There's
They're not
only
looking too
there's like a single rat on top of what's called Tingle's head on his helmet. It's still trying to gnaw its way through.
I think you got this one, Tingle. Zubrick, I'm coming!
All right, Emilio.
10, 15,
It's your turn.
I said not to hurt the rats, guys. And then he's gonna look over. He's gonna look over at Tingle. How's Tingle looking?
I mean, I'm covered in blood and gore, but I'm totally fine otherwise.
Don't worry, you got this. Don't hurt the rats anymore, please. Then he's
It's
gonna
trying
cast-
to eat me.
Alright, what are you doing?
He's casting Healing Word.
On who?
Tingle.
He's at full HP.
Tingle?
Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't look like it because the aura.
God damn it. He's covered in blood.
He's covered in blood of the rats.
Well,
Not.
then I thought it was his own blood and I wasted a spell.
Aw.
Well, I'll say you can have it back because you did it dumb.
Okay. Well,
Thunder
so
gauntlets
he wants
tend to make
hurt the
rats explode when
anyways.
they're on your body.
That damn aura. Well, I'm not gonna be a part of this rat murder. And he's gonna go back upstairs. But he's only gonna go to the top of the stairs.
Okay.
I don't think it worked. Just send me back.
Now the swarm of rats gonna bite at Tingle. The singular rat. 21 to hit.
Doesn't hit because I reaction cast shield.
As the single rat like kind of jumps off your head and goes for your nose, you cast shield and it comes up and it bounces off of you.
Our video is all
Okay.
messed up
Is it?
on the stream.
Oh, thank you for noticing. And now we're back to 6 players and everything should be normal. Nope, it's not normal. Give me a second.
This whole campaign's not normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always Ian and Robert switching their cameras for some reason.
It's just the order which you arrive.
Just long lost
Here we
memories.
are.
There we go. It's almost normal. There are minor little changes I had to make like this. All right, cool. Technical issues. All right, now it's Zubrik. Zubrik, you are covered in these rats.
All right.
You took your spell and said,
I'm gonna toss a couple to the ground as I'm trying to whip them off me, and then I'm gonna firebolt one.
okay. It's disadvantage because it's a ranged spell attack.
Oh.
As you go to cast a spell, a rat comes over and nibbles on your pinky, and you shake it off, and the fireball goes into the ceiling.
Sad day.
Bloodbeard like ducks.
All right, I'll end my turn. Ah!
All right, I have to move you over one just so I can do this properly. They are going to attack you. It's a
sorry, a con save for the dancing lights. Okay, we're good.
it's a 16 to hit.
I would take a page from Tingle's spellbook and shield myself.
All right. As the shield comes up, some of the rats that are biting you kind of bounce off as the shield emanates from your form, and manages to protect you for now. Clover, it is your turn.
I'm still coming. Just a little bit slow. Oh.
Over.
Oh God. I grabbed the last. I'm gonna try to grab the last rat from Tingle and just run outside with it.
You know what?
It's like finding a spider in your house.
What do I even roll for that? Give me an athletics check. Well, no, not even. Give me a sleight of hand because this thing is fucking wily and it's a tiny little rat.
Would it not be just a grapple check, Pete?
It would, but it's technically a swarm, but it's one rat and it's tiny. So I want to say instead of a grapple check, it's gonna fail its strength save anyways. If you manage to catch it, so it's a sleight of hand check instead.
Okay.
Yep, you snag it off of Tingle, and you're gonna run off.
I didn't think this far through, and I just start running upstairs.
Okay.
You got this, Clover.
And then you just throw it out the door or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get rid of the swarm for now. And now that's your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Valsira, it's your turn.
How many rats are left on Zubrik?
I don't think you can see him from where you are, right?
Oh.
No?
Why not?
Staircase is going down.
Yeah, staircase is going
Oh,
down, so...
I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was still on the
Yeah,
staircase.
you can only hear my screams.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't do the map properly, but yeah. staircase is going down, so you have to go around.
Okay.
But when you get around, you would notice, yeah, he's covered in fucking rats still.
Okay.
Head to toe.
Alright.
Gnawing, little clawing.
I'm going to try to hit the rats. Uh-oh, we lost Ian again.
Oh, crap. Thank you for pointing it out.
Boys, go kick his router in and go beat the shit out of his roommates.
Okay, do your thing.
Okay, I'm going to use my axe.
Alright.
Hand axes? I have 2, right? But it just says hand axe on my...
Yeah, you have to. I believe you have to.
Do I push this twice then?
You can make a bonus offhanded if you drew both.
I did.
Yeah, because you would have had enough turns to draw both at this point. So yeah, you can make both attacks, but one would basically not use the strength modifier to hit or damage.
How do we do that?
Just roll both attacks,
Okay.
and then we'll subtract the second one.
Nice.
I believe the second one is only going to be a 13, which still hits, and then a 2 for damage. So you deal 5 points of damage with a crit, but since it is a swarm and they are only going to take half that, so that's 2, and then from 2 on your second hit, it's only going to take 1, so that's 3 points of damage it deals.
So one rat looks a little bad.
No, like 3 rats die,
Hey! There you go, buddy.
but they are still pretty alive and well.
Oh.
They're all up in my junk.
Ew.
Tingle, it's your turn.
Wait, can I take a step back
Oh yeah, you can.
so I look like a less tempting target?
Yeah.
I'm gonna step.
Thanks.
Okay. I'll be back. I just don't want the rats to jump on me.
Okay.
Get off of me, you nasty things!
10, 15, 20. Tingle's gonna take a swing.
All right.
Or a punch. Ooh.
If that hits you, Zubrik, it will do damage to you. The
Is that
7.
against my AC as well?
Yeah.
I obviously don't have a 17.
Okay. I don't know what you have. I didn't look at your stats
Okay.
too much.
Well, that's it.
Okay, Amos. Ian, you still here?
All right, I'm here. I had to reset my router, so if somebody could just roll the attack button for me, or I could just roll you a d20 and know what I got.
I could do it. So
Yes.
which one?
I'm just
guessing.
I'm gonna stab the swarm that's on Zubrik.
So you're gonna cutlass it?
Yep, cutlass it.
Okay. 17. And you deal 1 sneak, 9 slashing, so that's 10 points of damage divided by 2, and you deal 5 points of damage to it. Minus 5.
Chop, chop, chop.
Alright. Emilio.
That's all I got.
It is your turn. You can't really see to the left. I did the map wrong, but it is your turn. You're muted.
To the left if I'm looking at the map?
Yeah, technically there's a wall to your left because the stairs are coming down in that direction, you know.
Okay, so I can't see Zubrik or anything.
No, you have to go around to see him. You would hear the fighting and the craziness going on.
I said I don't want to attack the rats, so I'm gonna take a look at this body.
Okay.
You just see my head pan and look at Emilio.
The body that you would see, first of all, there's quite a large pool of blood at it. Underneath it, you would see that it's missing a whole arm. Otherwise, it's missing fingers on the other arm. It's missing like a leg up to its knee, and then otherwise, its face-wise, it's missing its eyes, its lips, its ears, like its eyebrow, like eyelids, I guess.
Does it look like this stuff was chewed off by rats?
Most of it, yeah. The arm would have been a lot harder, so probably not the arm and the leg, but yeah.
Okay, he's just gonna keep looking at this body then.
Okay. Cool. Next. What's this? Okay, that's what happened. It is now Zubrik, your turn.
Alright, I finally draw my goddamn scimitar. And I just start freaking trying to cut myself.
Wiggling and cutting
Yeah.
at the rats. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Zubrik, you're better than this. Don't cut yourself.
As you almost cut yourself
Oh,
a few times. You're swinging it wildly. The rats are all avoiding it. And now it's the rat's turn, right?
I'm gonna jump off the table into Tinkle's space.
Okay. The rats are coming with you.
That's fine.
Try not to
He's
be
small
on
enough.
each other's space. Can we just do this real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And now it's the rat's turn. I have to move you off just so I can do this. They still have more than half HP,
How do I
so
get back up here?
it's a 19 to hit.
Jesus Christ. I'm gonna shield again.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it still hits. Just do
Oh.
the damage.
Would it still hit?
Yeah, just do the damage.
Okay.
I can't do math tonight.
It is 7 points of piercing damage as they start gnawing more and more at you.
Can I firebolt immediately? No.
All right. Clover, it's your turn.
Time to catch more rats. I go to. Can I see? I can't see Zubrik from this.
No,
angle,
no,
right?
not that angle.
Where are the rats?
Ah!
Oh God, you don't look so good. Hang in there. I'm gonna heal you. Enjoy.
Cast healing word on the corpse.
Oh,
looks so
at the
good.
corpse?
No, at Zubrik.
Okay, because somebody.
I don't even notice there's a corpse beside me.
Okay, so Zubrik, you heal for 10 points of damage.
Oh.
Valsira, go ahead.
Yes. Can I reach the rats from here?
I'll say yeah, because they're covering him, and I'm not gonna do the half thing
For rats.
for rats in this. This is just like a little stopgap fight, so yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. The first one hits. You deal 7 points of slashing damage, which is rounded down to 3. So -3. And now it is. Is that your turn? Is that all you're doing?
That is all I'm doing.
Okay, you can finish your turn
Yes.
yourself. All right, Tingle. Your friend's been
Please,
bit.
just get off of him!
Punch them.
I'm gonna
Just-
try!
As he goes, I'm gonna try. Your hand goes out, and then you feel like something kind of go wrong with your arm, and it punches the pole next to Zubrik and just stops right there.
Oh. I didn't punch you in the nuts at least!
Now, Amos' turn. He's probably gonna cutlass again. 19.
You know me so well already, Pete.
Yep. And then 3 points of damage. Well, it's 3 when rounded down. So now it's at 8. Emilio.
Yes.
What are you doing? You're just gonna watch?
How's Zubrik looking?
He looks better now that Clover has healed him.
How's Zubrik looking in the expression
Uh,
towards Emilio?
Oh no, he just looks like he's in.
No, I'm asking Dylan.
Oh, okay. that expression.
Okay.
You're just gonna turn back to the body. And keep
All right. Warm, and then I believe it's Zubrik's turn now.
Cool. I'm gonna give Val a warning and yell duck. And I'm gonna buffeting sands myself and everything in this direction.
And I duck.
So with towards Emilio's direction too.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
but I'm specifically telling Val to get out of the way first.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I do that?
You could have advantage on the dexterity save.
Okay.
And Emilio, please make a dexterity save.
So I'm hitting myself with this too, Pete.
Oh yeah, no. You're kind of angling it down. I'm saying it's not fully 15 feet. It's like almost 10 feet. 'Cause Emilio, you take 13 points of damage. Zubrik, if you want to hit the rats, I'll say if you fail it, you also automatically hit the rats.
I'm aiming for the rats. I'm like blowing it on myself and it's gonna scatter. That's why I told Val to be careful.
Okay.
Tried.
How about this? If the rats fail, you'll take half. Okay.
That's fine. Yeah.
On top of what you're already taking or casting on yourself.
So I'll take double.
No, you'll basically take not like just a whole damage.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
They failed,
Cool.
and you
I
cast it
take-
13.
I take 13.
Oh my god. Minus.
They dead yet?
Actually, no, they're not, because the bludgeoning's still halved. They're still barely alive. Zubrick, is that your turn? Got real close to killing him. I think there's 2 rats left.
What
I
happened?
got 2 hands.
They were on your back.
What happened
Yeah.
with me and that dexterity?
Both of you failed, so both of you would take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
13.
Yep. And you are slowed. I believe your
10
movement speed
feet.
is reduced by 10 feet for the next turn. And now it is the rat's turn. The rats are going to do a bite. It's a 4. It misses. Clover.
Got 2 hands. There's 2 rats. Going for both tails.
Okay. Give
Double
me
fisted it.
a sleight of hand check. Sleight of hand. Yeah. You'll grab both rats at this point.
I'm gonna run upstairs and just chuck them outside.
Okay.
Be
As you
free!
chuck them outside, they they land into the grass and they skitter off somewhere, and combat is over.
Yay.
By the way, Robert, are you taking over the music now, or am I still doing it?
Oh, yeah, I can boot it up. Sorry about that.
I will pull up that chair next to me and take a seat.
Okay. Zubrick, you pull out the chair, you sit down, you're hurt. Everything hurts. Yeah. Val and Amelia. Amelia, by the way, you took 13 points of damage.
I did, but I don't think it went through.
Okay, I'll just do it.
Did you find anything
it's
on
fine,
that
I'll
body?
What are you asking?
Looks like that arm was removed before the rats chewed anything off. Now, are you done being so huffy? Am I gonna get a thank you if I heal you this time?
I'm gonna drop on my dancing lights and just walk upstairs.
Okay.
I should be upstairs at the door.
I would like a healing.
Of course, Wanderer. And then he's gonna use Cure Wounds.
My dearest Clover.
Thank you.
You seem a little, Oh, that's a lot of bites. You okay?
I'm bleeding everywhere.
Okay.
Val, you heal for 10.
Yes, thank you.
I pull out some, herbs. Just... Okay, yeah, I won't take long. I'm just gonna cure wounds.
Okay.
Boop. Enjoy.
13.
Almost my whole health bar.
Enjoy.
I think I cleared up. Hopefully you're not gonna scar after this.
I should be fine. Is there anything upstairs?
No. That's... I don't know. Kinda looks like a classroom.
Excuse me.
Okay. Tell me what you all are gonna do.
Well, Tingle's gonna start looking around at that body and, trying to see if parts have been removed that might be used for spells or weird, scarecrow golems.
Give me a medicine check, please.
Alrighty. And thankfully, I have this handy-dandy guide on searching for missing body parts.
So does this body look like...
It looks like it was eaten by rats.
He's missing an arm.
Can we see the face at all? Does it look like...
Oh, the face is like... You're pretty sure it's the general store owner.
Okay.
Because, whoever was in here, it must be taking the look of this guy. Because this individual is... The hair's there, and you could kind of tell. It looks similar, but the features are all basically gone.
Yeah, okay. That's what I wanted to know.
Okay.
Hey Zubrick. Was there a body downstairs?
Yeah, Sorg's body.
Oh. Okay.
Rats chewed through. He's missing limbs.
Don't tell me about this. No.
He's
Grosses
not
me
gonna-
out. Oh,
He's
no.
Cookie, by the way, managed to catch one of the rats that you threw out there.
Your dad's dead.
Just looks at you,
I don't know if he can...
happy.
hear
It's
you.
rude if nobody tells him.
Not wrong.
Okay, well, not much for me to do with the body, so I'm gonna go upstairs too.
Okay. Zubrik, oh, you're gonna go upstairs.
Yeah.
Is
Just
that
looking.
bad?
No, you guys can move around however you want.
More rats.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll move myself.
Zubrik, on the top floor, you would see that along the desk there are these little candles. They're not lit. They haven't been lit for probably a while. You could see what is kind of scrawled on, and it seems like some simple language, like common that was taught here at one point. It looks like it's a makeshift classroom, as there is a chalkboard right there.
Is there like a teacher's desk up here? Like a main desk?
No, but there's a podium kind of scooted off to the side.
Is there anything in the podium?
You would see what looks like some ink, scrolls, and nothing else.
Sweet. Free ink and parchment.
Yeah. The parchment's like kind of crap. Like very cheap parchment, but yeah.
Take some ink. And some parchment. Hey.
How about a bathroom break?
Okay, let's take a quick break.
Alrighty.
We'll be back with more soon. And yeah, break time.
Is there anything of interest up here, Pete? Like, that
Uh,
would stand out, or?
you can, well, you
Like-
can do that when we come back.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah. And people can search the first floor too, and the basement
Alrighty.
when
I
we
can't
all
tell if Emilio likes Zuber or hates him.
You were a pissy baby.
I was eaten
To be fair, the
alive.
first time is just because he didn't see you and he saw the body first and he walked over there.
I dropped to less than 3 HP twice.
You didn't
I
even
will do
thank
that.
him the last time he healed you. You
I
didn't say
did, I
anything.
even
You walked
paid you.
away.
When did you pay? I paid you and I
After
said
the
thank
scarecrow
you.
battle, I healed you and then you just walked away.
I literally paid you and said thank you for healing me.
Oh, that's true, you did.
What the fuck? I think there was another compliment in there too, but I couldn't remember what I said.
You said thanks for the card reading and I think the healing.
Yeah.
Well, Emilia's got one brain cell and it was like,
Oh
ooh, a
my God.
body.
Jesus Christ. I was very devastated when I did 13 damage to you guys, which would kill me pretty much, and your health was still green.
Oh, that was an accident. It just didn't change to yellow for me. That took
Wow.
out like half my health.
Yeah. For Zubrek, 13 damage is basically
That's
85-90% of his health.
Yeah. But it still did a fair amount of damage.
And then-
If Emilia went down with that, what would you have done? What would
Oh,
you
no,
have
he
felt?
fell.
Just knocked him out.
Clover. He's fallen over. You
Help
can't
him
get
up.
Man, Clover heals my full health bar with one heal. This is great.
Just wait until you keep falling a little too much, and then you start getting lingering injuries.
Oh god.
Because they are a thing. You have
I'll be
lingering
right back.
injury. Where's my lingering injury? There we go. Oh, I
There's
have.
a new hashtag on Twitter, and it's called My200 versus Butch200. And it's, I don't know if you guys seen Butch Hartman's commissions. He charges $200 for commissions, and they're the ugliest things anyone has ever seen in their lives. They're really bad. He traces official art to do them, like really
Butch-
horrendous, and he
Butch
charges so much money. So artists have created the hashtag My200 versus Butch200, and they post the commissions that cost $200 for them, and they're all way better. Ooh, it's so ugly, Butch Hartman. Bitch Hartman.
Hashtag my 200 versus Butch 200.
Yeah.
Alright, be right back.
That's 200?
Yeah.
Wow.
He charges $200 because he's Butch Hartman and he can do that. But he's a really bad artist. Like, he's just bad at it. Jesus fuck, even I can do better than that, and I'm not good.
I am just so angry right now.
This
So this
hashtag.
happened.
Sorry.
This fucking problem happened, goddamn, last week too, and I was fucking on the phone, or I was like, I tried to call fucking Verizon, but they weren't even open, and then I did like all this stuff online, and they did like all these like troubleshoot things to try to help out, and like after like all that fucking time, like I like reset the router, like I unplugged it, plugged it back in, I dialed into the freaking ONT, I did all this stupid bullshit, and eventually the guy was like, "Oh, did you try resetting the router by pressing the reset button?" And I was like, "No, but let me just try that anyway, so you'll have me do something else." I pressed it and it started working, and now it's not again.
Yeah, I just realized if the party ever goes like semi-evil, so we get like, you know, wanted posters or anything, Clover's bounty name should be Clover Rat Hands.
This hashtag's actually so funny.
Who killed the swarms?
I think that's
No
just
one.
Clover.
I
Or
mean,
it's like saved.
All right.
That's true.
By the way,
I finished them off by throwing them outside. I guess Cookie killed
Cookie killed one rat.
the ace swarm because they're rat in their mouth.
Yeah. I've never heard of someone finishing off a swarm of rats by just grabbing one. But hey,
Throwing
it
them away.
works. Yeah, it works. They literally like dwindle in number as like they lose HP, because that's kind of the whole point. So if it was like wasps or bats, I wouldn't have let you grab them. But I'm like, it's rats. I mean, you could grab rats. Let's see. So, Robert, are you taking over the audio at this point or no?
Oh yeah, I got it booted up.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure, because like I realized like last time there were music changes, and this time it was like, oh, okay, Robert's just busy dealing with audio stuff, or Ian's busy dealing with, you know, some of his stuff. So I guess like it's okay. And then like I realized combat happened and there's nothing happening. I'm like, okay, now that's a problem. So,
alrighty.
Look at this ice cream bar. It melted in the package, so now it's
The sad cream bar.
yeah. All the other ones that I ate so far were perfectly fine. I don't know what happened to this individual one.
Gave up on life.
I guess. I don't really know how to eat this.
Manage my internet. Help me, please, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You are my only hope.
I'm just gonna laugh if we end up getting in a big fight later today, because Tingle's used up every single one of his spell slots now.
I think a lot of people have used up a lot of their spells.
I got one left.
Oh yeah.
I think Zubrik might have like 2. But I'm guessing.
Zubrik, watch out. There's a scarecrow behind you.
Oh no.
Rest in peace, Super.
That is a creepy scarecrow in that picture.
Alright, is everyone back? Ian, are you back?
I am technically I never left. I don't know what the hell is wrong with my internet.
Okay. Well, as long as you're here by voice, that's very helpful. I might have to turn you up a bit.
It's fine.
Okay. All right. So, welcome back. Or wrong one. We're back. All right. I'm gonna stay away from the map for now until something special happens. But so you guys don't have to actually play with the map unless you want to. But it's off stream. Like the map's off stream. So,
Already?
Zubrik's upstairs. Valsira is on the first floor. Clover's petting Cookie, and I feel like I blew out my mic somehow, and I don't know how I did it because I just saw it on red, and I'm like, doing it again. All right, and Amos, Emilio, and Tingle are all downstairs. Take it away, people.
Time to do the age-old tradition of finding stuff.
Tingle's going to start turning over like the guy's bed sheets, rifling through drawers, prying at loose stones, any and everything to try and see if he can find anything worth of value in this place.
Okay, give me an investigation check, please.
Alrighty, and as he starts going through all of that, a little scroll pops out saying, "So you're trying to steal from a dead guy."
And this is all on in the basement, just right?
Yep.
Okay. You find what?
Murdering.
You find a small, with a 25. There's a small loose stone underneath the backside of his bed, underneath it. And when
What do
you
we
move
have
it,
here?
you see that it is. You would find. Okay, you would find 8 small gems in a bag that he must have hidden for a rainy day.
Oh.
Each one you think would be worth about 10 gold, maybe, and they're sorted. So, random.
Okay.
They are cut though. They're just kind of small.
Well, perfect. It's a rainy day today.
All right.
I feel a little weird about that, not going to lie. I mean, I guess if we avenge his murder, it'll be okay, but...
Well, think of it this way, Bloodbeard. He's dead, so he doesn't care.
I mean, that's usually how I feel about it, but... He was a nice man. What if he has any next of kin? I guess if he doesn't have next of kin, we can... I guess if he doesn't have next of kin, we could just, it's okay then, but,
Well, as long as they never know, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it kind of does, but, it weighs on your soul, my friend.
Okay.
All right. So, anyone on the first floor want to do anything real quick? I believe Subrik, you made it your way downstairs, right? Okay.
I'll go join Clover
Okay.
outside.
Valsera, you step outside with Clover. Who's
Sorry, I'll move out of the way.
Oh,
Is
we're
that-
not using the map. Hey, Cookie.
I think your spell would have been up by now.
I can still talk to the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cookie's like looking up at you, all happy.
I'm just speaking in a human voice to him. Is it a him?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Cookie.
And all excited, tail wagging.
I think we'll have to have Emilio talk to him later about his owner.
Yeah. Hopefully Cookie understands.
Why did you just run with the rats out here?
Well, Emilio said don't kill them, so I just listened. Also, I mean, don't have to go kill everything, do we? Oh no, I've seen enough dead bodies today. I'm kind of sick of it.
Guess that's true. They were trying to kill us, though, too.
Were they? I mean, I saw them all over Zubrik, but I wasn't sure if you guys were just attacking first. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they were just, like, trying to give him a hug.
You would, by the way, I would say the sun is starting to set slowly. You know, it's just starting to. But then the clouds have rolled in. It's definitely darker up above. Clover, you would feel a raindrop, and Cookie kind of looks at you two and then makes his way into his little doghouse built for him. But he's kind of excitedly looking at you guys every once in a while, just like poking his head out.
So, are we adopting Cookie? At least for now.
I would love to.
I think we should. I don't know how good of an idea it is to take a dog on adventures, but at least while we're in this
I mean,
town.
as long as we keep him away from danger.
I guess that's true.
Okay. Zubrick, since you're the only one on the first floor, are you doing anything?
I just want to search around, see if there's anything behind the counter of note, or just...
So you're going behind the counter to search around specifically there?
Yeah, I assume because everything else is to the eye, right? There's no like closed drawers out there.
No,
besides-
they're open to the eye. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Because it is a store. When you make it to the behind the counter, you don't even need to make a check for this. There's
Another body?
a sizable chest that's not really well hidden. It looks like somebody attempted to open it, as it's not fully well covered either. When you look at it, it looks like a normal chest, but there's something that is off. Some of the bolts, where the bolts of the chest would be, they're not there, and you see these tiny little insignias that look like glyphs.
Can I make an Arcana check? Like,
Yes.
do these look like magical glyphs, or?
You can give me an Arcana check.
Alright.
Yes, they're arcanic. They are of some sort of, actually, with a 20, I will give you the school. And I want to make sure.
Is this chest open, Pete?
No, it's
Okay.
well. It looks like there is a lock, but there's also a little glyph on the lock that's part of it. So it's like a set. It's like it's
Yeah.
made for a set. It's not too. Somebody didn't replace the lock. The lock is part of it. That.
And how
That's
big
chest.
is it? Like that big, or like a tinier one? Or...
No, it's pretty sizable. You know, it would hold a
Oh,
lot
okay.
inside of it. It would be a mix of transmutation and abjuration magic.
I see. Tingle!
Yeah, what's up, Zubrick?
I need your magical eyes.
Well, I mean, they're technically not magical, but I get what you mean.
Okay. Did you just move through?
Yeah, I don't know why I can, but I can teleport through walls now.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, Tingle, as you get there, you would see the chest. It's a pretty sizable chest, you know.
There's some dirt behind the counter.
Oh,
Alrighty.
and
Now,
you would see the glyphs that I described, and they're along the outer edges of the chest and on the locking mechanism as a part of it. They're not glowing or anything, but it doesn't seem like the chest is open either.
you think that chest might have some questions for us?
Possibly.
Well,
Did you take the proper equipment today?
nah, but I mean, if we can shuffle this thing back home, I could try and look at it tomorrow. Might be able to work it over a little better.
Is it heavy, Pete?
I mean, it's a sizable chest. It has weight to it, but not like it's filled with gold weight. Oh, you're back. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna take out like a spare cloak and cover it, and then gesture Tingle to help me carry it.
I can
I'm
help
just-
drag it.
I'm gonna
Alright.
keep using audio phone, just in case it dies again.
Got it.
This is my test, so.
All right. Well, he froze, so.
Oh
This-
no, really?
This is my test,
Really?
and you froze.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh!
Okay. So,
Bad.
Tingle,
Bad.
you have what looks like a pretty sizable covered chest underneath, like in your arms. What are you guys gonna? What are you all doing as a group? No.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Tingle is going to use prestidigitation. Let me link it in chat to make a symbol appear on the top of the chest. To digitation. Link delete. Come on. I can't link it. I don't know why. Okay, you make a color, small mark, or symbol appear on an object or surface for 1 hour, and it's just going to be a small symbol of Tingle's initials on the chest.
Okay. On the chest, but it's still covered in this,
Yeah, but
Got
if
it.
someone lifts off the tarp and looks at the chest, they'll see a TR symbol on
Got
it.
it. Got it.
Well, I'm glad you found my chest, Zubrik. Someone stole it from me.
Mm-hmm. Let's take it back to our rooms. Maybe we can help polish it up, make it look a bit better, and then I distort value so it looks way worse.
Okay. Got it.
Not like a magical chest at all.
Yeah, it looks
Shitty.
mundane. Some of
took
the
a
glyphs
barrel.
kind of get muddled and covered up, and it looks just kind of like a worn down chest now. All right. So, I want to know where you all are headed as it starts to pour pretty heavily.
Back to the tavern.
All right.
Indeed.
After I drop it off, I'll tell the sheriff there's another body.
Okay. All right. So, the sheriff must have been busy. She covered the room like completely, like you're not allowed to go in there. You placed what looks like a farmhand that's kind of sitting down, saying like, don't look in. Just kind of keeping watch. Otherwise, there isn't really a smell of blood, so she must have cleaned it up somehow. They must have gotten the body out of there somehow. And you all will just be able to take your rooms for the night. And I want to say, is there anything you're doing for tonight, unless you want to go out and do something? Like, is there anything special?
Will the inn accept dogs?
When you see that they bring what's called Cookie, because I'm guessing you guys take Cookie with you.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, let's see, Willow. It's like, is Sarah having you watch his dog for him for now? Is he getting worse?
Well, he is no longer able to take care of the dog.
You could say he really needed a hand with it.
Somebody robbed him.
He was robbed.
He looks at you guys and he goes, "There's no need to be ghoulish about it. If he's passed on, it's fine. If you're all going to be looking after Cookie, well, good. I'm not really a dog man myself, so just make sure that, doesn't get into the food in the back."
Is this the bartender?
Oh, yeah. This is really
Okay. I'm gonna throw the rest of the tea back at him.
okay.
He's dead, so sorry.
Just kind of gives you a nod. Oh. There we go.
Ian's gone again.
Is he? Okay, that's fine.
I go.
Wait, am I?
Nope. Well, Ian's
Oh
gone
my
on
God.
Zoom, so I
Yeah.
already changed the cameras. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently I feel like it's a Philadelphia issue because in my the other D&D group I'm in, they're running a game tonight and someone's freaking out about the Spectrum internet being down.
Huh.
So I feel like it's like just general area. I'm hearing stuff. Oh wait. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right. My roommate's boyfriend's hotspot is going to be hosting me. Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Tingle, I think we should try to open this tomorrow.
Yep. And I can take a look at that eye as well.
Yeah, if it's dangerous, if there's a spell on the chest, we should probably open it outside, somewhere away from buildings.
Where
That
did you
makes
find
sense.
I'd
Oh,
stay
it's it's mine.
We brought it with us. Did you not see it on the cart? You're very ditzy. You probably didn't.
that? I'm sorry. Yeah.
Don't
You're right.
apologize.
It's okay.
Stand
We
up
had
for yourself.
Zubrik's cloak over it. You might not have seen it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the back kitchen.
Okay.
And is there a cook back there?
Yeah, Sybil's back there.
Sybil.
Human.
I won't
Maybe.
bring the dog with me. I'll leave it with Clover. And hey, do you have any meat scraps or even just a bone or something that a dog might like to eat?
Give me a persuasion check.
We're vegetarians. Get out.
They serve jackalope, and she's like,
Nice.
I heard you were taking care of a cookie. Well, yeah, of course. Here, let me gather some stuff for you.
Thank you. I'm
As,
sure he'll appreciate it. He was not fed for a while.
Oh, poor thing. And she, gathers a few stuff and hands it over to you. It's, it should be plenty, and it should last a few days.
Nice. All right.
Okay. You guys have a dog. Have to make a staff block and, keep it around. Now,
I mean,
it's not easy.
don't rush to do it. We're making into a fight.
No, I know. All right.
All it takes is one misaimed spell from Zubrik, and
Oh
Whoops.
no.
Don't you dare.
Dog haters.
If we're just gonna do like a rest soon, Pete.
It seems
before
like that's what it's gonna be, because you guys aren't really leaving, or
Zubrik just wants to ask the bartender what's up with that silver sword above the bar.
protection. Old family heirloom. Learned how to wield it here and there, but
Very ornate. Is that magical?
apparently it's supposed to have some magical qualities. Never had to really get into a scrap with it yet. Lucky me.
Very nice. I enjoy the craftsmanship.
Just
I'm
kinda-
gonna give him a nod and head back to the chest bedroom. Chest room.
Chest room. All right.
The room chest.
So, seems like nothing's gonna happen for tonight. You guys take a long rest.
So wait, so we're not gonna report the fact that he's dead to the sheriff?
Oh,
Or
you
did I
did.
miss that with my internet. Okay, cool.
It's just a quick. You guys tell her. She's even more annoyed and pissed off.
And we didn't tell her that we saw him leave, but then found his dead body in the basement. Did we mention that?
I'm the one who said Zubrik went to tell her that someone was dead, but I didn't mention that detail.
It seems like a little bit of an oversight there, Zubrik.
We're suspicious already. We found 2 dead bodies now. And it's gonna sound weird if I tell her we're trying to throw her off the set.
But those bodies were decaying, so it couldn't be us.
Exactly. I probably should have told her she's not very smart.
We'll tell her in the morning.
Yeah, okay.
One thing I've learned is you don't trust law enforcement in these kind of towns to know what's going on.
That's true. That's 100% true.
Here, but at the same time, I feel like, if this faker shows up, this skinwalker shows up, might kind of confuse her and maybe mislead her, and then she thinks that we're the skinwalkers. I feel like we should really be covering our asses here, and we're really not doing a good job of it.
How do you want to cover our asses?
By telling her everything we know.
Oh. I mean, I'm
You're
fine. with that.
paying, Bloodbeard.
Okay, maybe not everything we know, but at least letting her know, hey, by the way, we saw a doppelganger rocking around. We don't know if it's a scarecrow stuffed in a suit or if it's
2 halflings in a trench coat.
2 halflings in a flesh coat.
Well, then you can tell her in the morning.
If she's
I'm sure
still
she's really
alive.
busy with another body right now. If she's dead, she's dead in the morning.
I'm gonna give up on Zoom because right now I only see Gia moving, and that's the only person I see moving.
You're coming through.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Yeah, you're You're clear. You're moving. And you're alive right now.
So why the
And I
hell
realized
can't I get
the
rolled
fucking
20?
the
Oh,
fucking video's wrong again. Kill me.
I mean, I just well, that's the thing. I can't open up Roll20 when I have the thing open because I'm streaming off an iPhone.
Okay.
So I might just I might have spoke too soon. Well, it did take me 2 minutes to get to the game selection screen, so I honestly might just kill Zoom for the night and give up on it.
Okay.
Meeting.
Bloodbeard, do you
able to
mind taking the room with Emilio tonight? I need to talk to Tinkle and discuss some things.
It sounded like you just called him Tinkle instead of Tingle, but yes.
It has a G in my name. Come on.
If you need any helping with that such, you just know where to call me. But I guess I can share the room with Emilio. Barkeep, another drink, please. The stiffest one you have.
Where is Emilio?
I have no idea where Toby went.
I'm right here.
Probably
okay.
be a himbo somewhere.
I'm doing some work on the floor right now. Emilio's in his room.
Okay. Well, Bloodbeard would definitely join what's called enter your room later. Letting you know.
No, not allowed.
Well, you'll.
No, not allowed.
Well,
Not my choice either, himbo. But old Zuby's up to something shady with Tingle.
What do you mean something shady? He'll crack open the door at that.
I don't know. I think they're up to something gay, but I don't want to get in. I don't want to get into the right way of their bromance, and I enjoy cock blocking you. So we're stuck together tonight.
Here, go sleep at the tavern. Go sleep on one of the tables. I'm sure you're used to that.
I am, and I would like to have a nice fine bed underneath my back.
Well, then go find a bed somewhere else, and then he's gonna shut the door.
I'm gonna thaumaturgy the door back open into his
You
face.
hear the lock go.
Okay.
I'm going to use my lockpick.
Okay. give me thieves tools. Check. These are not super hard locks.
It's being a pain in the butt right
Oh,
now.
yeah, I could
but
do
if
it.
I roll a
D20
d20, I can
plus
tell you what I roll. D20
I could
plus
do it.
4. I think I have a plus 2. That would be a 12.
12. Yeah. It's a 10. It's not super hard to open these. They're very simple locks. As Emilio, as you get back,
I noticed that he opens that door though. I'm hitting him with my quarterstaff.
quarterstaff comes out. Make your attack.
I thought, smack him. I said no. No means no. Sorry, that's with Shillelagh. Don't take the Shillelagh one.
Okay, it is. Just Shillelagh did less damage.
Then take the Shillelagh one.
Nope. It's an 18 to hit you, Amos.
That's gonna hit him.
As you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as the quarterstaff comes down onto your nose and you hear kind of like a cracking sound.
Ah!
Ow.
Like recoils.
And the door.
He pulls back behind the door. He's like, "I'm going to slit your throats in your sleep and take a Brooklyn steamer down your
I was gonna
throat."
heal you after I hit you with the stick, but you know what? Go
I don't
sleep
want your
broken
healing.
nose in someone else's room.
Bloodbeard's gonna walk dejectedly over to the room where he was originally supposed to sleep at.
Okay, so
He's gonna just knock on the door.
Okay, so before the knock happens, Zubrick and Tingle, what were you doing?
I'll take. Oh, go ahead, Tingle.
Well, before we actually go to sleep, I can try and check if this thing really is magic as well as the eye, because I can ritual cast, or I should say, I can set up some on the fly. What's the word? Etheric emanation checks and see if it's actually magic or if it's just twinkly.
That's a pretty good idea. I'll take knock tomorrow so we can open it from a safe distance. It'll be
I
pretty
like
loud.
your thinking. Okay.
So yeah, Tingle's going to ritual cast. What's it called? Detect magic, or as he says, the etheric emanation detection module.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely magical. There is a transmutation and abjuration magic to it.
I just realized this is not a ritual spell, so you should stop telling me stuff because I can't actually do that.
Oh,
So
it's fine.
never
I'll say you just do that. That's part of your tomorrow thing. You know? How about
Okay. Sure thing.
that? Unless you were gonna cast Identify somehow, then we'll just say
I can ritual cast Identify tomorrow, so...
Okay.
Detect magic's a ritual spell.
Oh, it is? I don't have
Yeah,
it.
it is.
Okay.
give me a second. I might have to make a really quick. You keep doing your thing. I might have to make a very fast map.
Oh,
Are we summoning a lich or something in the hotel room?
No, you'll see.
If it's a fucking mimic, I'm gonna shit myself.
No, you'll see.
Well, well, it's definitely magic, Zubrix, so I'm glad we found it.
Is the
Was it just
abjuration is the abjuration magic more protective or is it more destructive?
I mean, I think it can go both ways. Well, if it's protective, the knock spell should work on it, but if it's destructive, well, that
Yeah,
could
we
be
should
rough.
definitely do this outside tomorrow.
Do you think I could convince Bloodbeard to, like, stand between me and the chest? No, he might notice that it's not ours. What about Clover? He's kind of an idiot.
We need him to heal.
Oh, yeah.
We'll try this
Who do you
tomorrow
think-
with the spell.
Okay.
Safer, and we'll do it outside somewhere where no one can see us or hear us.
Makes sense.
Okay. So, give me a second. I'm almost done making the map. Continue continue what you guys are doing, please.
Well, before I go to sleep, I'm gonna give us a pretty basic alarm.
And Tingle, God. Tingle is going to use magical tinkering on the door handle and the window handle, both of them, to when someone taps it, make it loudly say or not say, sound an alarm.
Okay.
So like a loud ringing sound.
This is before Bloodbeard
Yep.
starts knocking on the door, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So
Cool.
as I'll say, it's as you're knocking on the door, so you don't waste the spell. Okay.
I'm gonna take.
Oh,
I'll do
it's
that.
just a class feature. I can just do it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm gonna-
the loud alarm goes off as
What now?
Bloodbeard opens the door.
Oh, come on! I just set the alarm. What do you want?
He's like holding his nose, which is bleeding. The charlatan's not being very cooperative. He straight up attacked me when I tried to get inside the room.
Well, that's what they do when you breach their lies.
Yep,
You can stay in here for the night.
sure thing. What? I gotta ask, what's the deal with the chest? He like closes the door. He's like, you can level with me.
It's filled with precious memories of Tingle's childhood.
If anything, you could give me a deception check, and I'll roll for Amos's.
His first iron
I mean, I
boots
can-
are in there.
I could just roll and tell you what I get.
Yeah, tell me what you get.
Well, I rolled a natural 4, so
What's your insight like?
if I look on my app, because I
It's
think I was
probably like-
smart enough to bet, not very high. He's kind of an idiot.
Yeah, it's a 4. It's a 0. So, that means, yeah. I mean, Zurich seems like he's telling the truth.
Well,
it's from my good old mom and pop.
Well, I don't remember seeing this before, but what's like? Did you lose the keys? Like, what do I
The,
what do I do?
the lock broke, so now we're trying to figure out how to get it back open.
Well, I guess I can pick it then for you, but well, I'll just sleep on the floor by this, I guess. If you forgot, if you're able to, perhaps magic some excrement into the charlatan's Wheaties tomorrow morning, I'll pay you whatever I have in my pocket.
Well, I can kind of do something like that. I'll do
You
it.
have my full attention. I'll hand you the shiny ring.
Alrighty. It's working, Zubrik.
I'm gonna give Bloodbeard my pillow.
Okay.
Cool. He's gonna put out his little sleeping bag, and he's gonna put the pillow. Thank you, there, Zubrik.
All right. So, you guys go to. Go
Can
on.
I set an alarm in my room also
Yes, you could set an alarm in your room.
on the window?
Got it.
I'm also just gonna put Eleonora on the windowsill and just tell her to wake me up if somebody comes
Got it.
to try to
Who?
open the window with the door.
Eleanor's
You don't know. You don't know. Get out of here. What
Sorry.
who are you?
Val bursts in the room. Who?
The alarm goes off again.
Just kidding. I'll
Clover?
find out someday, I guess.
Clover, what were you gonna say?
As the Wanderer is setting up alarm at the window, I go to the door and exit. I'm just gonna grab a glass of water, okay? Close the
Alright.
door behind me. Wait a little bit, and I walk over to Emilio's room. I just give it a light knock. Are you in there?
Sorry, I was muted. Who is it?
It's Clover.
Oh, Clover! And he'll unlock the door and open it.
Okay.
Hi. So, you know how I tried to give you the gem the other day? And then the Wanderer's like, no, you can't do that. Well, I would really like a card reading.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know what? Consider this free of charge.
Really?
Yeah, Zubra paid me twice.
Oh, you're amazing.
Yeah, you don't actually
Thank you.
know.
No, he definitely does not know. but-
Yeah. What? Tell me the number of cards you're gonna read first.
What would you like to know?
Are we gonna find a family for this dog?
Oh.
Okay. I'll do a 3 card.
Okay.
That
Real-
would make sense.
All right. So.
Death.
That doesn't mean death.
Yes, Clover.
What does death mean? All right, give me a second. I just have to set up a few things, and then I will transition you guys.
We'll make sure to pull these cards once a session, at least.
Hey, that's fine. I love this part.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, we're doing this.
And there we go. So
Only 8. Let me read.
there we go. And
I think you're gonna have to flip it.
yeah, that's fine. First one is the Chariot.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is lay down 8 of Wands. Third one is Queen of Wands.
So many wands.
Oh, these are cool cards.
He's just deep in thought as I quickly Google something.
Do you need
Let
some
me
time? We can
consult
go
the
to somebody else real
spirits.
quick.
Give me like a minute. You want to know if the dog is going to find another family, like not us?
I mean, we can travel with the dog, but I don't know if it's good for the dog. As the Wanderer said, what happens if we get into a fight?
Oh, you want to know if it's like... okay. Give me one quick second.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to teach Cookie a trick in the room.
Yeah, give me an animal handling check for that.
Okay.
It'd be really easy if you could speak with them.
I know, I use that spell for the day.
Cookie's not really listening.
Shake! I keep putting my hand out.
It licks your
Shake.
hand.
Hmm?
It just licks your hand a bunch.
Aw.
Cookie just licks your hand a bunch.
I just pat him on the head. Good boy.
All right. Do you have the reading?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I very quickly Googled this, so it's not even super accurate.
That's fine. You could make stuff up too, you know.
Oh, I'm making it up still. I'm so sorry, Clover, but I actually don't think this dog can stay with us.
Oh,
It looks like staying with us would just make it very unhappy. And honestly, it'll probably be happier if we left it with somebody, more suited in town. Maybe somebody who's kind of like us in the sense that they're not, like his last owner.
yeah.
Not a general store worker, but no, I think it's a really bad idea if we keep this dog. But we can definitely find it another family.
I'd love to do that. Thank you. And I give Emilio a big hug.
Aw, he loves it. He's gonna hug Clover back for so long.
Uncomfortably long.
Can you put me down?
Not a hug unless it lasts 20 seconds.
Lasts like 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
I'm gonna go to bed now. I mean, before I leave, I take the gem out of my pocket and just place it on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Pay it forward.
What? What is this? Isn't this the thing that the Wanderer told you not to give?
I close the door and go back to my room.
How expensive is the gem?
70 GP.
Yeah. So you have a 70 GP gem now.
Yeah, that's.
It's emerald.
Oh, he's gonna go knock on Wanderer's door.
Okay.
Clover's in there with me.
Yeah, Clover, like, as you step out, Clover's just closing the door. You go over and knock on the door, and when it's open, it's...
I'm backing on the wall. Don't let him in!
Wanderer, may I have a word with you? It's about, what would you say his name was? Cookie?
Don't let him in!
Sure, we can talk about Cookie.
No!
What? Why?
No!
What's
No.
wrong? I can handle someone hitting on me, it's okay.
I'm not gonna hit on you. That's
See?
fine.
He's not gonna hit on me.
It's about the dog.
Okay, let's talk about the dog.
Go to my bed and just cover my head.
I would
Okay.
like to not talk in this room, though.
Okay, I'll go in the hall. I'll leave Cookie in the room. Okay, what's up?
Alright, so it's not about the dog, but Clover gave me this really expensive-looking gem?
They don't really know about money and the value of things, so that's why I told them not to give this to you before as payment, because you weren't charging this much for a reading, right?
I wasn't charging them anything this time. Zuberg paid for it.
Why did Zuberg pay for it?
Oh, he just tipped me extra, and it was actually really nice, and then... I don't know, I kind of forgot about him when the rats came around. Never was attacking the rats.
Are you sure that money is still in your money bag?
Why wouldn't it be?
I would just check.
Okay. Anyways, what's the deal with this gem? Is this just like some kind of currency that they're carrying around, or is it sentimental? What is it?
It's just something we found, and, we kept it as something with monetary value, but Clover doesn't really understand monetary value.
Right. I'm gonna give it back to you,
Okay.
because I feel like taking this from Clover would be just horrible karma.
I agree. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, would you like to stay with me tonight?
No, thank you. I'm gonna just walk back into the room.
Okay.
Fair choice.
This isn't the right tavern map. Actually, I'm just gonna use this one. Fuck it. Alright. But, you guys are in the tavern, right? You guys are going to sleep, right? Okay. You guys all go to sleep. Is there anyone doing anything odd or weird during the night?
Real quick, I'm just gonna I'm gonna slip that gem back in Clover's pack.
Okay. Thank you. So no? Nothing?
My head's still
No,
underneath
just
the
sleeping.
covers.
Alright. I believe
Did you say
Ian's
anything
muted,
about
by the
me?
way.
No, of course not.
Okay.
I'm muted, but I'm still listening. I'm just sitting in the air conditioning because it's so fucking hot.
Okay, got it. So,
Feel that.
you guys finish your long rest. Nice, it's the morning. So, what do you do?
Well, time to ritual cast Identify on this chest and this eye.
Okay. So, first thing in the morning, Tingle, you start casting Identify. First on the chest. Oh, by the way, you guys will have to manually reset your spell slots because we do healing differently. So if you're doing healing, heal up, do your thing. Either way.
I do. Nothing.
Okay. So, what are you identifying first? The chest?
Well,
Or
I'm
the
gonna
eye?
identify this eye first, cause I don't expect anything interesting to happen.
Okay. The eye, when you identify it, it is not a complete magic item. It's a part of one. So,
We gotta collect them all, Zubrik.
to find out more, yes, you have to collect them all.
How many more are there?
You're
Can
not
I-
sure.
Take a guess.
You can take a guess, but
I'm gonna say we need 47 more.
It's a lot.
Yep. I think there's a lot of corpses in this town.
That's true. What about the chest?
Well, let's see.
Ritually casting Identify on the chest.
all right, the chest. So chest is protected with the spell Animate Objects. If you are to open it without saying, it's magical word, and this is a chest that looks like there's a keyhole. It activates by attempting to open it with anything but a command word. The spell will go off.
Oh.
Animate objects. It will animate objects in your vicinity that it can, and will attack anyone that has attempted to open the chest, or or accompanied anyone that was attempting to open the chest. So,
This is really clever, Zubrik. It'll like eat anyone trying to steal your stuff, and then you can just take their stuff.
So how do we go about opening it?
Well, if we can find the command word, then we can open it easy peasy. But if we
Cookie.
can't,
it opens.
Aww.
It opens.
I'm a genius.
Aww.
Oh my god! I was like, I'm sure someone might try it if you guys like talk to the dog and like ask it its name and find out. And I'm like, oh my god, you did it! You just the spell. You see the glyphs kind of fade, like almost blend in with the metal and stuff as you hear, and it swings open. All right. Oh my god.
Tingle's just kind of slack-jawed, staring at Zubrik.
Zubrik's just like,
I need somebody to roll me a d6, please.
Are you guys doing this
2d6
while freaking Bloodbeard's in the damn room?
yeah.
Yeah.
Bloodbeard's just like half asleep,
course.
just like opens up his eyes, like, witnesses this, and just kind of shrugs and just rolls back over.
I don't literally have to have this map now. I worked on it just now.
Aw.
I thought you guys were gonna open it at the general store, so I had it set there. And then I had to move it over here, and I realized, oh fuck, you solved it. I guess I don't need it. I need one more d6.
One more?
Yeah.
Probably gonna roll the second one? Sure. Nice.
Okay, so inside, when you open it, there isn't much. There's a few, what seems like a nice dress. Very old though.
Like a dress?
Yeah, very nice. A bit frilly,
And
but
take them
there's a
for-
few holes in it. Like it's been aged quite a bit. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Either way, also there is a long rod that has like barely fits in there, and on top of the dress, you see a pair of rings.
Okay.
Now, these look
Is it-
valuable.
Anything special about them, or they just
Uh,
like?
Well, I can identify them if you want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they just like solid rings, or they have the design? Or...
They're silver. They seem to have these kind of like, knot like shape to them. When you identify it, Tingle, you learn this. Let me see. You learn it's a oh. Okay, cool.
Oh.
Sorry, I have to like make this visible to you guys, and I didn't have that ready. All right, so you learn that they are lovers' rings. It's a set of 2. They're relatively common. You can magically tell the direction of whoever, where the other person is, in just the direction at least. And as long as they're alive, there's a pulse you can kind of feel on the ring.
You want to check the rod in the dress too?
Sure thing.
The rod is an immovable rod.
Haha.
Ooh.
So you found 2 relatively common or mundane items.
Man, Zubik, I don't know why we ever hunt for dirt and sad holes. We should just be like, stashing people left and right.
I think the biggest treasure of all here is the chest. We now have a magical chest.
Oh, that's true. What do we have to store in it there?
Whatever we want. I can put your stupid tent in here now.
By the way, it's heavy
Yay!
and bulky.
That's fine.
It's not one of those small chests that you can just kind of attach to your backpack or carry it around like that. It's like
Probably worth a pretty penny in the big city.
So stick this sucker inside a carton. Not have to worry about anyone stealing their stuff.
Exactly. You don't even have to build that chest you've been talking about. We can use this one.
Yay, saving money.
okay.
So you wanna wear the rings?
I guess we'll call them bro lovers rings.
They're just rings. You don't have to.
Bloodbeard smirks because he knew they were up to gay shit.
All right. So you guys put on the rings. You could faintly
A pair of
feel.
rings. Just straight rings.
Only
The
platonic
no
rings.
homo rings.
But yeah. So now you guys have the magic items, and I believe
You can keep the rod.
Yeah.
I don't think
Oh,
I'm
right.
gonna use it.
If you two don't end up together by the end of this campaign, I'm gonna be severely disappointed.
Okay. So, yeah, you guys found some magic items.
Wow, thanks for giving Amos the magic item, Pete. That's cool.
Oh, oops. I was just
I
moving.
can see
people.
the shipping already going on.
There we go, Subrick. That's what it was. All right. Now, tell me what you do.
Well, is there anything else in there? Like any notes or a book or a journal or something?
No, because that he kept doing somewhere else.
Well, where do we sell this guy's dead wife, daughter, person's dress?
We could find someone in the bigger city when we finally saw what the hell's going on here.
Ah,
Speaking
that
of
makes
what's going
sense.
on here, Amos,
I
want to check out the hunter's house today?
think I'd be down with that. You didn't need to lie to me about the chest. I would have been, well, maybe not all for it. I still feel kind of dirty about it, but
You already robbed a dead guy. Don't have a conscience now.
So my logic is this: the person that we took the stuff from, assuming no living relatives, nobody had checked them out. This guy has a kid. Like, can't we at least maybe, if we find the person with a kid, like, can't we just, like, I don't know, give it back? Like, if I found out that somebody that was next to kin, I'd probably give the ring back. But I don't know.
I'll think about it.
But yeah, I'd be down to check out the hunter. So, should we maybe loop the sheriff in about the skinwalker?
Yes.
I still
That
think
makes
it could
sense.
bite us in the ass if we're not careful.
What if the sheriff's one of them?
Well, then I guess we got another person we have to kill.
Okay, that works.
Let's go wake up the others. I don't feel like going out without them.
Okay.
Probably a good point.
I'll go wake up Emilio.
All right. So, Amelia, you would hear a knock at the door. Emilio.
I muted myself thinking I unmuted myself. Who is it?
It's Zubrick.
Oh, hold on. And then you just hear a lot of like clambering and things falling over. And then like a minute later, he opens the door and he looks like he actually put himself together. Well, good morning, Zubrick.
We're heading out to the hunter's house. Do you care to join us?
With you, of course. I'm assuming the Wanderer will be there as well.
Of course.
And Amos.
I need a steady hand. And yes, he'll be there as well.
It's still raining, by the way, outside.
Well, sun's not out, so that's nice.
This has been fun. I'll see you around.
Gia,
What?
your name was called.
Oh,
by
I
Sam.
didn't. I thought you said I'll see you around. I didn't hear Valsira. Sorry. Okay, you knocked on my door.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna answer it. Hello.
Is Clover awake?
Yeah.
We're gonna need you, Clover.
For what?
We're going to the hunter's house.
You don't.
Investigating.
You don't need me.
I mean, you can come. You clearly defined yourself as independent.
I mean.
Your name's the Wanderer.
Oh, I mean that is true. I am really independent and can't really be tied down, but I'll come along.
Pleasure. And I'll turn around and walk away.
Okay. So,
You hear that, Cookie? We can go for a walk.
Cookie Park.
Yeah.
Moments before disaster.
Should we?
I have to add Cookie.
Wait, I'm gonna poke my head out into the hall. Is Zubrick still out there, or
Just taking my time.
walking very
Reading the book.
slowly the yard
Conjuring
away?
things in my hand.
Hey, are we gonna go talk to the sheriff too?
Yes, that was, Bloodbeard mentioned doing that.
Okay.
I guess if you all want to.
I want to ask her if maybe she knows a family that might want, or a person, or two people, someone to take care of Cookie. I'm just not convinced that adventuring is a good fit for a dog.
Smart. He'd probably die.
Yeah, we want to avoid that for sure.
Why don't you just sell him to your boss? He has enough money to take care of him.
Well, he still travels, and he's not like my boss. I'm just freelancing.
So you're really not tied down. We'll discuss this later. Let's go tell the sheriff about things.
Okay.
Yes.
So, as you go out to go see the sheriff, it's still raining. Before you guys actually leave the tavern, you could, you actually, would hear, you would actually hear Zorhan, the caravan master, kind of grumbling to himself that he's stuck here another day while the rain's, coming through. And he's like, it's supposed to be the fucking dry season. He's just annoyed. Either way, as you all cut through the rain, you guys get to the sheriff's house. The sheriff's place. She has, what's it called? She seems like she was just getting ready to, she was coming out the door when you arrive, and that's when you see the other individual with her, holding what looks like 2 rabbits. You know, what's called that's been hunted. She hands them over to the sheriff, and it is a female hunter. She's thin but athletic. She has an athletic frame with tan skin. Her auburn hair is kept in a loose and low ponytail, and her sharp green eyes dart like from person to person as she notices you all arrive too. She goes, got strangers in. And you're sure they didn't do it? Sheriff kind of like nods. They couldn't have done it. She goes, all right. Well, if you need me to look into it, I could look into the forest to see what happened. If there's anyone that's made an escape, I could track them down. As the sheriff agrees, you know, and sends her on her way, kind of.
I want to stop her before she leaves. If you're searching for someone, you should look for Sark or the thing that was using his body.
We saw an individual that looked like him walk out of his general store before we decided to investigate his general store. That's when we found his body. So someone's using the look of him.
They can look like others.
You don't know?
And they look like Sarek.
That one did.
Wasn't he like coughing on you guys?
Not on me. I stayed 6 feet apart.
Yes, he definitely was violating the whole social distancing thing.
All right, that's good to know. I'll keep an eye on that.
Additionally, Sheriff, we've been taking care of his dog, but I don't think we can take him on the road with us. Do you or anyone you know in town, they want to take care of him?
She looks at you. She looks at Cookie. And then she goes, come here. And when she says that, Cookie kind of like trots over, tail still wagging. And then she goes, let's see if you'll listen. Sit. Cookie sits.
Oh,
All right. He'll be fine here.
But that's fine. Good. Thank you, Sheriff.
Can you use an extra pair of eyes?
Gonna miss you, Cookie.
Yeah.
If these things are taking bodies, since Kisa, you're here, we should have a code word in case we stumble into somebody who looks like you.
That's a great idea. What's the code word?
Tingle, give me one of your long-winded things.
Say the best code word to let people know that someone's a fake pretending to be them inside a fake body would be loudly shouting doppelganger and pointing at them and then pointing around and then pointing at them again and saying it's a fake.
It's not really a
That's-
code word, though.
That's kind of convoluted and stupid, I'm not gonna lie.
How about we just say Cookie?
That's
Oh,
what I
okay.
was thinking too.
Yeah.
But what if the dog's nearby?
That's true.
I don't
What if
think
Cookie is a skinwalker?
skinwalkers
No way.
like dogs.
Yeah, Cookie was barking at him.
Maybe he can smell if there's a skinwalker nearby?
I think so. He seemed like he could tell that Skinwalker was not his owner, even though it looked like his.
So what you're saying is we need to now take him into danger.
I'm just really glad that this whole skinwalker thing is caught on.
Can we maybe call it a doppelganger instead of a that?
Whatever it is, we
We should call him Skinny.
Skinny.
Whatever it is, I'm glad you all are looking into it. I don't really have the manpower. I gotta now. Today I have to check up on any of the other farmers, you know,
Is
make
there
sure
anywhere-
they haven't died. Great.
Is there anywhere we should look?
Well, actually, Kisa goes, actually, if you don't mind looking at the forest trail, over by the east across the river, that'd be great. I'm going to be busy for. I was going to be busy if doing my own little thing for a bit. I mean, I just came back from a hunt, you know? I would like a day, if possible, to rest.
Okay, inside checker.
Yeah. Give me an insight check. Ah, my
Oh,
foot
wrong
fell
one.
asleep.
Sorry, Pete. I meant to do that.
Okay.
Forgot about that.
It's okay. Alright. Yeah. I mean, she seems a little tired. She seems a little dirty from going hunting. So, she probably could use a nice comfy bed.
All right. Forest trail. Sounds fine. Where is it?
Well, there's a very short bridge that crossed the river, like a skinny bridge, I mean. Cross that and you should be able to see a tiny... I walked that path enough that it's worn down. You should be able to follow it, and I wouldn't get too deep into the forest. There are some monsters nearby, but
Monsters?
yeah, of
No
course.
problem.
Corpses.
Sorry, I didn't hear what Tingle said.
Oh, are the monsters the kind of ones that would like possessed corpses or run around with body bits?
No, they're more like the types like trolls and sometimes like a griffin or two, you know. You might want to stay away from those. They can get a little dangerous the more that gather, especially trolls. They're, well, with the rain it's not going to be as helpful, but I would suggest some fire.
I'll take note.
Thank
I'd
you.
love to get some troll's blood. I'd love to try and mess with it.
Yeah, I heard some alchemists collect those. Actually, I could use some. I've in the last few days or last few months gotten into well, some brewing myself. Alchemy. I know. I'm the tanner of the town, but hey.
Alrighty.
Well, I can handle monsters, so need to worry.
Oh, perfect! You're the front line!
Great.
Okay. So are y'all going ahead in the rain to the forest?
Into the woods
Yeah.
without delay!
I
Okay.
guess so.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like we saw the guy walking towards the east anyway, so.
Okay. So let's transition over.
As
So-
we're walking, I tug on the Wanderer's armor.
Yeah.
What are trolls?
Oh, they're like big, mean, green guys.
Okay.
You can't really befriend them.
Okay.
They're monsters.
Okay. So as you're making your way there, you cross the river most of the way through. Kisa, you know, keeps you company because her place is nearby the forest also. It's just on the other side of the river, that is. So you would notice, first of all, as you approach the river, her building, you know, nice 2-story house. There's a small shack on the side, and she points out that's, you know, where she does most of the tanning and stuff like that, and that's where all the chemicals are kept. Otherwise, you could see some what's called leather being dried in the back, being cured. Well, you guys cross the river. She points you out to. She wishes you luck, and you all make your way into the forest, following this kind of lightly walked on trail.
Before we go any farther, guys, I take out some. What do I take? I take out some white cloth, and I touch Zubrick, Emilio, and Bloodbeard, and I'm casting 8 on you guys.
Ooh.
I've noticed you guys get a little hit, a little hurt, so hopefully this will help you.
I believe
That's the first.
for 8 hours, your maximum
HP.
hit point is increased by 5.
Yes.
Much appreciated, Tingle.
Tingle?
Not Tingle.
Clover.
Clover, thank you.
Wow.
They're
Shut
just
up, it's
both
like
short.
What you put a ring on, and now you just
You can't
there's
keep
only
your
Tingle on
thoughts
your
off
mind.
of them.
On the walk there, Peter, I'm gonna ritually cast Unseen Servant to be walking beside me.
Got it. All right. So, all right. Huh?
That just felt a little ominous, like you were getting very excited to throw something at us.
So, as you're walking into the forest, I want to know who's leading. Who is like trying to find any tracks,
I will.
keep on with the trail and such.
I'll help you.
Okay, give me a survival check.
Can I keep the servant 15 feet away from the group, like walking to the left?
Yeah, the servant's walking mostly through the trees then, through the
Yeah.
tree area. And I'll try to create a servant for you that you can kind of control in the future.
Dang, look at that. Twins.
All right, so Clover and Val, you guys are kind of walking side by side. The rest of you guys are kind of following behind as you manage to keep up with the trail, but with the rain that's falling right now, most tracks you could see, unless they're deep, they are already being washed away. But at least the trail's there, Kisa has warned you, don't go too far when the trail starts to end. But notice at a certain point, the trail kind of veers off, and there's even a lighter treaded path that you notice with a few little wooden planks that's been placed on the ground to signify that there's a little break off point here.
Okay.
And what's Clover's and Val's passive perception?
13.
14 and 13. All right. So as you're approaching from afar, that's when you would hear it, flapping of wings. The flapping of wings, a screech, some kind of ripping and tearing, and then all of a sudden, the screech kind of seems like it, whatever was causing it must have been injured. And this is what you all would see. This map. So,
Nice.
you might want to change the music to something
Yeah.
dark.
Let's go. Oh, come on, it's happy and upbeat. It's so great.
Jumping through the forest. Okay, whatever, like that. And let me change this to. Oh, it was already at the map. So, yeah. This is what you would see. And you would have heard this, animal kind of cry. Some kind of bird, maybe a hawk or an eagle of sorts, from what you guys can kind of tell. And this is where we're picking up. I believe I gave. It's supposed to be light outside, so let me just do this. Or
So pretend my internet isn't working. Somebody describe this to me who isn't Pete while he sits
actually,
stuff
it's
up.
not light outside. It's
We
forest
are in a
and dark.
very foresty area. There is a worn down walking path in front of us. It is raining heavily.
What's the
there is
creature
a-
look like?
There we cannot see one yet.
Oh, I thought we saw something.
We
Never
just
mind.
heard something get eaten.
Okay.
It's
Spooky.
something's being eaten, and this is what Clover and Val would hear, just being up at the front and actually trying to pay attention, while the rest of you just are kind of following along.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I am giving everyone bigger, like, dark vision in a way, other than Clover. So Clover, I believe you have a torch.
I'll cast light. It's a bit too
Yeah.
rainy for a torch.
Yeah, you cast light, so there's a source of light, but otherwise Yeah, there. What are you all doing? As you see a hawk kind of dart off into this tree, and then take off to the sky. Well, you can see it's kind of circling the sky near you, and it lets out another cry.
Tingle just prestidigitates a pipe into his hand as a small trinket, and it's lit, and he just takes a puff, and he goes,
Well, I think I just saw a bird.
What did you say, Ian?
Bloodbeard's keeping his cutlass out because there's something funky going on.
Okay.
All right, it was a hawk. Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Should we
Alright.
keep our lights on or off?
Shouldn't we go help it?
It's a bird.
Yeah.
I just start throwing out my globules of light, lighting up the forest.
Okay.
As I see no one's taking initiative, I run ahead
Okay.
towards the sound.
Okay, Clover, be careful. Seemed like might be something bigger than a hawk out here.
So Clover, as you approach, you hear some more kind of gruesome sounds to the north, and you can see there's a figure hunched over, pulling apart what looks like a remainder of a body. Oh wait, give me, everyone stop moving. There we go, I'm resetting the API stuff. So let me just do this. Give dancing lights to...
Thank you, Pete.
Would you like me to make a stealth check as I run up?
If you're running up, no.
I ran up to about the bridge, I'd say here.
Okay. Then no. You're too close
Okay.
to this thing, and you're kind of in the open. All right. So, Clover, as you turn, you see this monster tearing away at what looks like a body. The hawk above is circling, and you can see it looks like it's just about to dive back at it. At whatever this thing is. Valsira, you see Clover stop in their tracks and
Stunned.
like just staring at what's going on, and that's when I need everyone to roll me initiative, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh no. That would be a 7 point whatever.
Okay, I could also roll it for you,
I know. I feel weird.
Dylan, mute.
I already can't position my character. I feel bad.
What happened?
Dylan's clipping his nails.
Oh, that's what that sound was.
That was clearly what that sound
"No,
was.
he's giving us sound effects. That's the monster
Yeah.
snapping someone's bones."
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Thank you, Dylan. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. I'll record the music, I do the bones.
Okay.
bones.
Speaking
Alright.
of music, battle time.
Can I get a surprise round on the troll?
No, because you notice Clover, you look over at where it is, and then you would see it. So that's when initiative's
But
kicking off.
did he see me?
Yeah, because no one said they were sneaking before they did this.
Damn it.
So wait, it actually is a troll then?
It's it's a troll. It's a monster, but it's a humanoid shape, greenish in figure, and tearing away at the body.
Wow, not all trolls are green, Pete.
Well, this one
This
is
one is.
because the forest here is relatively green, so it blends in with it. Deal with it.
Troll in the forest.
There's a troll in the forest. Alright, the combat thing. I just want to make sure everything's good to go. Alright, so Clover, you would see, I believe the hawk's the first one to go. The hawk swoop down over on the other side of it as it starts pecking away at it with its beak. 23 to hit, 5 points piercing. And I want to make sure I get the troll thing right, just in case they have any resistances. Nope, I believe they do that. Okay, cool. So -5. And it doesn't seem too bothered by it. And now it is the troll's turn. As you see, the troll is not bothered by it at all. It actually regains its hit point. And then it's gonna swat at the the hawk. Let's see if it kills it. It is going to make, I believe they have multi-attack. 3 attacks, 1 with its bite, 2 with its claws. It's gonna swing once with its claws. The hawk, which it does hit. The hawk drops
No.
to the ground, and then falls. Now it is Tingle. Your turn.
Stop running ahead, Clover. You're gonna die.
Not wrong.
Oh crap! Zubrik, we gotta run.
That's Tingle's turn
Okay.
as he takes the dodge action.
All right. And now it is Alcira. Your turn.
Alright, I am going to... Am I understanding correctly that I can do Slayer's Prey and Hunter's Mark at the same time?
Yes, but it takes a whole turn to do it that way then.
Okay, I'll just do Slayer's Prey,
Okay. You mark the troll as your prey.
and I will use my crossbow.
Man, the audio keeps cutting out for me on my end for some reason.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah. Give me a second. Let me refresh it while you guys do this. Crossbow. All right. You make your attack. It deals 3 plus 6, so that's 9 points of damage. Sorry, I can't. Everything's kind of slowed right now. Lagging because I reset everything on my end. All right. You deal 9 points of damage. And what else are you doing? That's it? You're done? Okay, and your turn. And now it is Clover, your turn.
I'm gonna take a handful of berries, pop a bunch of them in my mouth, and I throw one in the air. And the one in the air grows in size about 10 times as
Sacred
Oh no, I
weapon.
clicked this button. There we go.
There we go. Nice. You
As-
summon your sacred weapon next to you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move the sacred weapon over to the troll, and it's gonna whack it, and then raspberry juice is just gonna splatter it.
Okay.
Hey, crit!
Oh,
Let's go.
Wow, that's intense.
11
Big
damage.
berry whacker.
Yeah. All right, 11 damage. It is now.
I then.
Oh, sorry.
I then, with a mouth full of berries, start casting Sacred Flame at it.
Okay.
Dex save, or take 3
I
damage.
keep forgetting that you can do that. So, Sacred Flames, Dex save. It is going to make save Dex. It is a 10. It fails.
Takes 3 radiant damage.
3. And yeah, it is.
Guys,
definitely
I'm
hurting.
stress eating.
As soon as you hit the troll, and then you let this kind of bright what's called sacred flame out, and it
Encompasses it.
encompasses, basically coats the troll, and it burns, and the radiant damage, it turns and looks at you, and you could see like the blood, and like it has like a part of an arm in its mouth, and it looks pissed. Emilio, it is now your turn.
I'm just gonna. Fuck. My computer's chugging a little bit.
If you're using Firefox, you could try to refresh it, but then I would suggest.
I'm gonna do it after my turn.
Yep, that. Exactly.
Okay, I'm just gonna. For the love of God. I want to move up next to Zubrik, and then I'm just gonna cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Okay.
And prepare for basically when I'm able to see it. And by prepare, I mean not an actual action.
All right, I'm just gonna move you then. Okay.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. Oh, god damn it. All right. So now that's the end of your turn, right? You cast Shillelagh.
Yeah, I'm trying to click done, but it's not.
It's all good. Amos, your turn.
All right, how far am I away from this troll?
You are, because you're not here, you are, the fastest you might be able to make it is 35, 40, 45 feet.
45 feet? Is there someone within 5 feet of it?
No. They're
Oh
all,
shit, there's no one. No?
they're all maybe like 15, 10, 15 feet away from it.
All right, I'm gonna move 30 feet up, and I'll take the dodge action.
Okay. 30 feet, and you're gonna take the dodge action. Got it.
Yep, and that's his turn.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Dylan.
And now it is Zubrik, your turn.
Zubrik is going to, assuming somebody said troll, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, hide behind this tree.
Okay.
And he is going to cast grease right on top of it.
Ooh. Okay. So right on top of the troll, you're gonna cast grease. Is that it?
Otherwise,
What's
it's-
the
Make a dex-
what's
make a
10
dex
foot
save throw.
square? Wait. Error cannot read. Get a what? What? Oh. Did that work? That I used the wrong one. God damn it. I'm doing so bad, boys.
cast
All
move
good.
instead of grease. How could you?
There we go. There. As the ground beneath its feet starts to darken and like as the oil starts to seep through the ground, it is now.
I finish uncovering my lantern, and I pull up my book in one hand, trying to shelter it from the rain under my cloak.
Okay.
That's
Peter?
my turn.
Yes.
Make a dex save for the troll, or it falls prone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Slippery man.
It is a 7. It falls prone. Eh,
Nice.
okay. It is now the hawk's turn. The hawk. Okay.
Attack with advantage. He's prone.
And now it's the troll's turn. The troll's gonna use its movement, half of its movement to get up, and so that's 15 feet left. Range of difficult terrain. When the grease appears, each creature standing in the area must succeed on a dex saving throw or fall prone. A creature that enters the area or ends its turn there must succeed on a dex saving throw or falls prone. Okay, so since it stood up, it's gonna move and it's difficult terrain, so it's 5, 10, and then I guess it's out of the terrain now because it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 5, 10, 15. And it's also going to heal plus 10 on its turn.
Don't do
Otherwise, it
that.
can't really do anything. So it's gonna also take a dodge action. Because I could do that with monsters, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Yes, I can. Tingle, it's your turn.
My home.
Our save us as a smart troll.
Tingle's gonna walk forward 10 feet and try and punch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As your fist charges with magic and you slam it, do your damage.
Alrighty.
7 points of damage, minus 7. And
That's it.
okay. There's disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you until the start of your next turn. Got it. Now it is Valsira, your turn.
Okay. Now I want to cast Hunter's Mark on him as well.
Okay. Bonus action.
Yes.
Stack it up.
Yeah. All right. Oops. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. That's not what I meant. Oh, it didn't go through anyway, so never mind.
Okay. He is under Hunter's Mark.
Okay, ignore the hand axe.
Okay.
Heavy crossbow.
You fire another bolt. It hits. Roll for both Slayer's Prey and Hunter's Mark.
Hell yeah.
2, 4.
Nice.
So that is 2 magic. And I don't think the magic thing matters with the troll. Yeah, none of that matters. It's just straight damage. So 11 and then 15. Minus
Yay.
15. Yeah, that was a big hit.
Nice roll.
Alright, and now it is. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
You could end your turn then. It is Clover's turn.
Whack. 11.
Fairy Whacker. 11. Alright, that is going to hit.
6 points of force damage.
Hell
Minus
yeah.
6.
As more Sacred
Nice.
Flame
Okay.
engulfs it.
Alright, and then it's the deck save. 13, so it succeeds. Yep. So it avoids the flame this time, managing to duck underneath it. It is now Amelia's turn.
It took like forever to reload. Roll 20.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
think it's the rain that's really fucking it up.
maybe. Or is it still loading?
No, it finally loaded, so I'm just seeing what's going on now. I can finally see the troll at least.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and check this out real quick to make sure I don't get anybody else. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire right here. I believe that doesn't get anybody.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire. You said.
I want to get the troll only.
Okay. Can you click on the Fairy Fire spell then? Just so.
It's a 20-foot cube.
Yes, I know, but.
I'm clicking it, but it takes
Okay.
forever to load.
20 foot. So like this, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the troll in it.
Yeah, just like that. All right. It's got to make a deck save, I believe. Save. It fails, so it's under the effects of Fairy
Nice.
Fire now.
Did it ever
Fuck your
come out?
dodge action.
Oh yes.
So yeah, it cancels out its dodge action. No.
Man, this guy was just having a midnight snack and we're just beating the shit out of him now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move
I just wanted to hit the fridge.
there.
You're gonna move right there. Got it.
Yep.
All right. You can end your turn. Nice. Amos, your turn.
All right, so its dodge is canceled out. I'm gonna take 5 feet forward towards it,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to attack with my cutlass.
All right.
That's not great. That's a fucking goddamn.
Did you roll with
That's
advantage,
a
Ian?
12.
It's
No,
it's not advantage.
It canceled out the
Oh,
dodge.
right,
It's still
right,
dodging.
yeah.
So that is a 12 to hit.
12. It still hits. So
Oh shit! All right, so that is 9 plus 5, so that's 14 points of damage, including the sneak attack.
cutlass. Oh, you already did. You already rolled
Yes.
everything on your end. Got it.
Yeah, I'm just rolling.
Yeah, he's a
And
big,
then
big Nicky boy, not hard to hit.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action,
Okay.
my cunning action to disengage, and I'm going to pull back 25 feet.
25 feet.
Yes.
Me?
I'll be right over here.
That's far, but that's 25 feet technically. So, it is now Zubrik. Your turn.
All right. I guess nobody else has any fire on them. All right, I'll peek out from behind the tree and I'll firebolt it.
11. That hits. Do your
Ooh,
damage.
sweet.
7.
And then
Uh,
as I'm concentrating, I'll weave some magic out of my lantern and I'll thrust my mind into it.
Okay, intelligence save. Group save. Intelligence. 13 is DC. Damage is 6. And takes half, right, on a
Yes.
success?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. It rolled a 15.
lame.
And yeah, no damage
Takes
from
3
that.
psychic damage.
The hawk. Okay. And now it is the troll. Troll
No.
going to 5, 10, 15. And it's going to attack. Sorry, I believe it has multi-attack and it does 3 attacks. 1 with its bite, 2 with its claws. It's gonna bite at Tingle, and then 1 claw Clover and 1 claw Tingle. Bite 24 to hit you, Tingle.
Yep, that hits.
5 points of piercing.
Alright, that's not too bad.
Clover 21 to hit, and
Yep.
then Tingle it's 25 to hit. Oof, rolled
Oh,
real
God.
nice.
Was Clover's at disadvantage?
Clover's was it's a 20
Should be.
with disadvantage. So,
Alright.
because I rolled both automatically. So Clover, you take 12 points of slashing. Tingle, you would take 14.
Is that total or including that first attack? Or
No. An additional to the first attack.
okay, 14 additional.
Yeah.
Understood. Me oh my.
So you took 19.
Ouch.
Oh, whoops.
At least I had
That's not
3
my-
temp HP.
Yeah.
This is my HP.
And the good thing is, it doesn't regain any of its hit points because of Zubrik's fire damage. Now it's Tingle's turn.
Oh god!
Tingle's going to just try and punch at it and scream the entire time.
Okay. You have advantage.
Okay. Oh!
Ooh, nice. Roll your damage. She alright?
Nice!
Fall off.
She jumped off my lap and got caught up.
Silly kitties.
And you take it takes 12 points minus 12. Oof, looks pretty rough. It looks like
And
it
then
is
as a
definitely hurt.
bonus action, Tingle's going to press a button on his armor, and it just bulks up a tiny bit as armor plates slide into place, and he gains 3 temporary hit points.
Got it. Nice. It is now Valsira.
Okay. Oh, he's so close now. I back up. Will he get an opportunity attack?
Well, yeah, he would.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna.
Okay. All right, he's gonna make the opportunity attack. It's at a disadvantage. I believe he's gonna go with the claw. Let me see which one hurts more. Yep, the claw.
How can I kill you better?
Do the one that hurts less.
It is 16 to hit. You take 12 points of slashing damage. It is still your turn.
Okay. I do the same thing I'm doing.
That still hits.
Oh,
This
cool.
thing isn't hard to hit. It's an 11 AC.
Yay.
He's
Uh,
a big naked boy.
You do
5.
have advantage, also.
You have advantage, so roll again to
Why?
hit to see if it's a crit, because it's under the effect of fairy fire.
Oh, cool.
It's shiny.
So,
Okay.
oh,
Nope.
never mind.
It doesn't. It didn't matter.
Of a crit.
It didn't matter either way, because you still deal 5 plus 5 plus 6. That's 16 points of damage. You kill it.
Yay.
Now,
Oh,
do you
man.
want to do this one?
Straight, like right in the middle of his forehead.
Okay. So you take aim. You know, it hurt you. You just kind of like, okay. So you run off from it to get some distance.
Yep.
It takes a swipe, catching your back, getting to the pain. You turn around, kind of like press your back up against a tree, take aim, fire, as the bolt lands right in its forehead. Its jaw kind of goes slack, and then its whole body lurches forward and falls over.
Perfect.
Yay.
Nice. You guys did it.
Great job, everyone.
All right. I'm gonna push
I run
this.
to the hawk to
Okay.
see if it's still alive.
Okay.
Priorities.
Give me a medicine check.
You okay, little bud?
We're out of
11.
initiative, by the way.
Right.
It seems like it's it's still breathing, just unconscious.
Okay. Or give it some healing.
Okay.
Looks like you got your wish, Tingle. Grab the blood.
Okay. Heals for 9.
Oh god, it hurts so much.
We'll get you patched up.
Yeah, I feel like we could use some healing from our healing friends.
As soon as the hawk kind of like regains consciousness, you see it kind of fly and perch itself on a branch right here, and it's looking. It's almost like it's protective of whatever remains here. So, what are y'all doing?
I can try to
Well, if we
talk.
want to take a short rest right now, I could bottle up some troll blood and also stop the bleeding in my body.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'd like to stop the bleeding on my body too.
Anyone in need of dire healing? No,
I
screw it.
wouldn't say no.
Here you go. Here you go, Tingle. That's 7 for you.
Oh
Here you go,
man.
Wander. That's 10 for you. Here you go, myself.
Amelia, what did you say a minute ago? I didn't quite hear you.
Amelia's gonna approach the hawk. Since everybody's taking a short rest, he may as well.
In a way, not really a short rest, but yeah.
Well, he's still gonna ritually cast Speak with Animals.
Okay, yeah. You, okay.
Also, the rest of the time I have with my berry whacker, I'm smashing it into the troll's head.
Okay.
As more and more juice just sprays.
Yeah.
When Tingle's done collecting whatever blood he's collecting, I'm just gonna keep firebolting it so it doesn't revive itself.
Okay. Good call, just in case it might come back. So, Emilio, as you walk over and ritually cast Speak with Animals, what do you ask? What are you asking?
Well, I want to see what its reaction is first upon being approached.
It looks at you. It kind of turns its head. It's obviously less talkative than the dog, as it looks kind of down at the, back down at the remains.
Hi there. That was a pretty scary. What was that? A troll monster thing that just attacked you?
You would hear. Not scary. Mean.
Mean. Why would it attack you out of the blue like that?
I heard it.
You hurt it or heard it?
Hurt it.
Oh, why did you hurt it?
Hurt my friend.
Hurt your friend? Who's your friend?
Kind of lets out a screech as it swoops down real quick and lands next to the body.
Oh, your friend. This is an unmoving body, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's like it's torn to pieces.
I'm so sorry about your friend.
And
Is there...
I'm guessing you've approached it, right? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't really move for a while.
It's okay. Give me an not even just give me a perception check.
Whenever that decides to go through.
Okay. Well, while that's going through, we can there it is. It's a 19. You can make out the following detail. Thin, athletic frame, tan skin, auburn hair.
He's gonna turn to the others. Hey, does anybody know who this is?
Fuck.
Oh no.
Do you know who it is, Zubrik?
It's Nisa. We have to go back.
Who's Nisa?
That's
Kisa.
Who's
Kisa.
Kisa?
The lady we met 5 minutes. You need to get checked.
The huntress.
We should.
Well, we gotta get some proof that it's really her. And
Bring the body.
Tingle's going to completely unsubtly try and loot her corpse.
As you do so, the hawk is gonna attack you.
Bring the
Good.
hawk.
The hawk. Let's see. Attack.
Loot the hawk.
Gonna-
Tingle, why are you defiling a body?
I'm not defiling. I'm trying to get proof that it's her.
It's 18 to hit.
That
we just-
doesn't hit.
Okay.
Can we just
Get
bring
off
it?
me, bird.
As the hawk's like flying and trying to peck at you, you know, it's going for like vulnerable areas, but you're trying to like you're covering it well enough.
I don't want to punch the bird, but I will.
Amelia,
Amelia?
you would hear what's called "Get away, I'll kill you."
Emilio's gonna like start hitting Tingle with his quarterstaff.
Okay.
Get away.
What's wrong with you all?
Have you no respect?
They're dead.
So
That doesn't mean you can loot their bodies.
Yeah, it does.
You have
They're not
such
gonna
a
stop me.
terrible energy surrounding you. Get back.
Hey,
Alright.
Zubrik,
I start
a
whacking
little
Tingle.
help.
I come back as my rings start going off.
Oh, romantic.
The
the heartbeat's definitely
over his
faster.
head, crouched next to the body.
As the hawk, Clover, and Emilio are all just kind of whacking him away from the body.
Please stop and just grab the body.
I'm gonna turn to
What's
the hawk.
going on anymore?
What?
The hawk. Do you mind if we just take the body with us? We can get help in some way.
Just tell him to come. I'm sure the sheriff knows what the hawk looks like.
Give me an animal handling check with advantage.
So you're trying
Since
to
you're
kidnap a dead
talking
woman.
to.
Here's how.
And I'll give you. I'm giving you a modifier in my mind too. 16. All right. So, the hawk, what's called, kind of stops being angry at Tingle for a moment. Then it kind of perches onto the ground, and it looks at you, but doesn't really say anything. It just kind of knows that at least you won't defile it in any way.
You can come with if you want to keep watch over her. Tinkle, you are not allowed to touch the body. You'll just piss it off again.
It takes off and lands on a branch nearby, right here. Just kind of waiting for you, nearby the trail.
All right. Where the hell is Bloodbeard?
Over here.
Yeah, he's by the trail. He kind of backed off when the fighting ends. So
Literally just vibing right here. Just kind of enjoying the show.
Why don't you vibe closer to the body and pick it up and carry it back?
by the way, the funny thing
I
is,
was about to say I don't think I'm that strong, but honestly, looking at we're all kind of on the weak side here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty strong, but I'm also kind of small.
You have blood in your name. You can handle it. All right, let's go.
okay, so you guys
Alright,
are gonna.
Bloodbeard's gonna pick up her corpse. Her eyes aren't open, are they?
No.
Are they?
All right,
There's
cool.
there's no facial
Present?
Like there's almost no face left
Oh, the face isn't there. Shit.
because the troll's been eating the body.
Yes. You
All right,
didn't
I
have
wasn't sure if
face.
it was eating like center mass where all the good gooey organs
No, it just
are,
ate
or-
whatever it was just grabbing. It wasn't really thinking. It didn't think it was gonna be attacked. So
Unsophisticated of a diner he is.
yeah, it doesn't
Okay.
care.
All right, Bloodbeard's going to pick up the chewed on body,
Okay.
and he is going to carry her in two hands.
Okay.
I'll carry one leg.
The hawk kind of flies up, but kind of following you from the skies. It's circling you guys slowly, but following you all. As
Engel's gonna hang back just a bit and see if he can root through the dirt where the corpse was and see if there was like any like coin purse or anything that fell out of the body while it was being
My
savaged.
man.
okay, give me a quick
The ring
perception,
throw.
perception check.
Ryan.
The thing,
Alrighty.
uh,
Hunting for loot from a recently deceased body.
I also need you to give me a survival check. And how are you gonna collect the troll's blood before this all happened?
If we could have taken a short rest, Tingle would have used the right tool for the right job to summon Brewer's tools and just fill a barrel with troll blood. But since he can't do that, he's going to drink his water skin and then fill it with troll blood.
Oh,
Okay. Water skin, quite a small little outlet. Inlet and outlet kind of style.
A big old troll.
It is a big troll. I want you to give me a survival check.
Oh. Once
that.
again, messing with dead bodies.
Perception wise,
Don't know what I'm doing.
nothing has been dropped. over.
Oh, I found a vein.
Yeah, you actually you found a vein. Like you kind of cut it in the right place, and then you start what's called pushing on its where its chest would be, and you can see the blood kind of hit, and you put the little water skin against it, so it should drip into there quite effectively. And you manage to get, I'll say, half a water skin's worth of troll's blood. The thing is, I'll have to see exactly how much that is. So that's probably quite a bit, though. But yeah.
Man.
Oh.
No. Let's go.
Okay. So we're at about 11:30. So I feel like this is a good place to end it. I will pick up next time as you guys are coming out of the forest and walking past where you saw. I think actually you were right, Dylan. I think it is Nisa.
Is it?
I think
Yeah.
It's
No,
K.
it's Kisa.
Kisa. Yeah, sorry, it's Kisa.
Kisa, yeah.
Isa, Kisa, they're all Isas.
I was thinking of Nella, and I mixed the names together. Or Mila,
yeah.
whatever the sheriff's name is.
Yeah, the sheriff's name is Nella. So
Sheriff
Kisa,
Vanilla.
as you guys are walking past Kisa's abode, that's where we'll be picking up next time. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I definitely did. Either way, we'll be back next week with more roll call. We'll be back an hour earlier, I believe, than normal.
Yep.
So, but yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And if you're watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, the usual stuff. And we'll be back in a week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. I got work in 4 hours, so I have to go.
Definitely.
Work?
Definitely
Sleep, you
see
poor
ya.
fool, sleep.
Bye, guys.
See
like
ya.
Adios.
Bye.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know it was quite a bit. We played, I guess, a normal, decent amount.
I'm
but
really enjoying these characters.
Yeah, they're fun.
I'm
Oh
glad.
yeah.
The dynamic is hilarious. I can't believe you hit me, Toby. Oh, Toby's gone.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
dipped
they
right away.